Boom. There we go. All right. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you all so very much for being here because, as you know, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I appreciate you. So with that being said, let's make sure that we are doing all of the good things while we're here. Make sure we are tapping that screen, sharing the live, reposting, knocking out the gift goals over here on TikToks. And if you are over on the tube, hi, tubers. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Let's make sure we are liking the stream, keeping that comment section going. All right. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe. All right. We have fun over here. It's a good time. I promise you. Oh, also, guys, I was up late last night. I stayed up 2 hours past my bedtime. All right. Because I gave myself a bedtime now since, I'm old. All right. I'm 40 now. So, when you get old, you have a bedtime and you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning with no reason whatsoever. So there's that. With that being said, I worked on some new stuff over on the website. I want to show it off to you and let you know what it looks like. So we'll be doing that probably near the end of the live or when we have some downtime. But with that being said, guys, Trump supporters, request up. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. All right. If you are a Trump supporter and you're on TikTok, look at the bottom of your screen. Make that blue and pink person blue. Oh my God, is it too loud today? Fudgesicles. Okay, that's better. I've been turning it up too loud, huh? Okay, I turned it down. Is that better? Is that better? Somebody better say yes. Anthony said not loud enough. Okay, good. I don't know. You missed it all? Oh, fudgesicles. Okay, all right. Do all of the good things, guys. You're not new here. You know what that means. Do all of the good things. Also, if you're new over on the tube, make sure that you are subscribing. Thank you very much. We recently hit a milestone of 10,000 subscribers, and oh my God, I'm excited. I'm still riding that high. I don't care what anyone says. I'm excited about that. Worked so hard for it, all right? And you all helped me along the way, so I appreciate y'all. Also, another thing is, what are we going to do? Oh, I stayed up 2 hours past my bedtime, all right? And so last night, working on stuff for the website. So I hope you all do like it when I show it off later today. And if you do like it, and we'll take some votes, then I'll go ahead and put it on the website. All right, hopefully I'll have some samples by next week. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, guys, thank you again for being here. All right, if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. All right, with that being said, thank you for your kindness because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right, and you know what, guys? Let's get started. Trump supporters, request up. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you are over on the TikTok, by all means, look at the bottom of your screen. Turn that blue and pink person gray. And if you are over on the tube, you can call the number on your screen, which is 720-295-4868. Again, 720-295-4868. All right. So let's see here. TikTok, since I can see you guys first. All right. What's the most pressing news story today? What's happening? Did you hear about Trump's predilection for nipples? Did anybody hear about that? That's salacious. Like they had like a meeting in the war room or some shit, the situation room at the White House. And like JD Vance was like, okay. JD was like, what's the problem? I don't see the problem with releasing this information. It's not that major. I mean, he's had worse. And Susie Wise was like, no, you can't do that. And it got out anyways that Donald Trump likes nipples and that he's definitely in the Epstein files and that, yes, a girl accused him of sexually assaulting her. Rape. All right. Yes. Yes, that's what they're discussing in the war rooms. Yes. So there's that part. So yeah, we literally have a sexual predator as the president of the United States of America, a known sexual predator, and there's people still supporting him. That's wild. Also, another thing is that Donald Trump pretty much admitted, all right, that they've been stealing oil from Iran. They have been stealing the oil from Iran, and that's how they've been able to bring down the price of a barrel. He admitted that shit out loud. Okay, what is happening? Thank you for the heart me. What world are we living in right now? He just admitted that. It's It's a lot. It's a lot. Money. They weren't in the situation room. What room was it? You can correct me. I don't mind. Don't just tell me not in the situation room. Just tell me what room it was. The money. What do you mean? Where is the money going? Why do we ask where the money is going in the United States of America? We're not a socialist country, so it's not like our industries are nationalized to where the revenue is put back into social programs. What do you mean where the money is going? The money is going into the pockets of the darn going rich folks, the oil barons. Like, what do we mean? Where's the money going? Why do we ask that? Why do we ask that question here? I really want to know. What? What do you think is going? It's just going in their pockets. That's why when the Trump supporters were talking about how like there will be boats and whatnot coming to the states, to the tankers coming to the states to get our oil because we are like the #1 exporter, right? It was like, okay, and what's your point? Because it's not nationalized. We're not benefiting from that. The darn going companies are. These rich folks are. Like, what do we get from it? I just wanted to know. That's all. But there's that. That's all I got for that. I don't have much else. Let me see. What else did we have in the news? I promise you guys, I have not been on top of it today, so I do apologize. So I think I should take a look at the AP, Reuters, all of that good stuff to see exactly what we have going on. All right. And again, if you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up, get in a box. You are the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. So there's that. So let's pull up the news. Oh, we have someone in the request, guys. He tacoed again on what? What did he taco on again on this time?
I'm a wife beater. Your mom's a dick.
You're weird. You don't think you should be weird?
Hey,
Just go away. I don't have time for a peculiar today. Like, seriously, don't be the weird kind of weird. Be like cool weird, bro. All right? Like, I don't know. Be like 47 and you like to collect rocks or some shit. That's like a cool weird because rocks can be cool, right? They can be, as far as I know. I don't know no different. But don't be that kind of weird. Motherfuckers. Anywho, let me get back to it. I was going to pull up something here, but I need a moment. Let me clear my throat. Goddamn, if y'all want to party like we, yes, it's the stems for me all the time. Every day, all day. Can't help it. I want to stop doing it, but I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, here we go. I don't want to have too many windows open because then it's going to get weird. The Florida Supreme Court rejected the challenge to the new congressional map. Of course they did. Why would they not? Why wouldn't they? Why would they, I should say? Oh, someone said... Oh, they can't reach the page. Okay. They said there's a story here about Ghislaine Maxwell. Thank you for the corgi, bitch. I'm a dog. They say that her behavior, her prison queen behavior, which is weird to say, has led to a lockdown where she's, hey, little G, where she's located. Let's see here. She's at FPC Bryan in Texas. And they say after claiming a zip-up fleece with her ID and papers went missing, though it was later found to be a misunderstanding. So I guess, hey, Nina. So I guess something of hers went missing. She caused a ruckus and they had to look for it because what if someone took it? So then that's a whole thing. So I don't know. I think this is, who cares? I don't know. I don't care. Who cares? No one took anything from her. So there's that part. Only request up if you are in fact a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter.
Wait 1 second. I have to plug in my headphones just really quick because if I'm like on my phone, the mic is really shit. 1 sec. Okay. I'm here.
Zarba? Is it Zarba?
So Yes.
Okay,
So
are you a
basically,
Trump supporter?
I support Trump because he most aligns with my ideology.
Hey, you want to breathe just a little bit and stop trying to jump the gun? For TikTok purposes, how
Um,
old are you?
I am 18 years old, 21st of February 2008.
And what are the last four of your social?
I don't have like I live in Germany,
Oh. What do you guys eat
but I
over
still
there
support
in
Trump.
Germany? I know you have beer, but what do you eat in Germany? Like schnitzel?
Um, Whatever we can buy at the supermarket.
But like, what's a German dish?
A German dish would be like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Like a Brötchen is like it's like a little thing of
Do
bread.
you have schnitzel?
Cut that in half. Yeah, schnitzel, of course.
Yeah, I did see a video just the other day where you eat like raw pork. So it's like mint pork in like,
Oh, yeah, Met. Oh, that is delicious.
oh,
That
it
is
is like raw
amazing. It's
pork and shit.
delicious.
Oh, okay.
It's actually
All right.
safe to eat. It's delicious.
Oh, okay. I don't believe you, but by all means, go have that. All right. And also, please do find your own fascist. I'm not talking to someone from Germany. Why would you want to, like, why do they want to, I don't want to talk to people that aren't in the United States of America. By all means, go do it elsewhere. Just go. I don't want to do it. All right. I want to talk to people who are in the United States of America who either voted for Donald Trump or are in support of Donald Trump. So with that being said, if you're over on a TikTok, by all means, look at the bottom of your screen, turn that blue and pink person gray. All right. That means that you're in the request. All right. And if you're over on the tube, you can call the number on your screen, which is 720-295-4868. All right, this guy says, you're scared to debate a neo-libertarian phalanges educates poor. That made a whole lot of sense. Yes. You know what? You got it, bub. You got it, buddy. It's all yours. It's all yours, guy. Okay? Okay, sport? You got it. Anywho, so the Ghislaine Maxwell story, boo, bye, no one cares. All right, she shouldn't even be there. She should be like in like a maximum security prison. She's a sex trafficker. So there's that part. Like, what are we doing? Phalanges. Oh my gosh. Okay. Colbert replacement Byron Island says CBS won big time despite his ratings disaster. I didn't know Byron Allen was a tap dancer. I didn't know he had his shoes tapped up, like laced up tight and was any more muscle. All right. Is we sick? I didn't know that was Byron Allen. My goodness. That's crazy work. Judge declines to block 1.8 billion fund after DOJ says it's scrapped. Why is that? Let's see here. So Judge Richard Leon denied a temporary restraining order against the $1.8 billion fund, citing DOJ statements that the program is abandoned. This is not good. I want to let you all know that. All right. I want you to understand that this is legitimately one vote away from being in place. That's all it is a vote away from, Congress appropriating the funds for this stupid fund. That's what it is. So if a judge isn't going to block it, then it's something that they can still do in the future. It's still kind of giving them the green light to move forward with this. What is happening? Who is Judge Richard Leon, by the way? I wonder who he is. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, and Trump supporters, do not yap in my comment section. This is not your safe space. You will soon learn that if you don't accept the invite, you will find out what it means to yap from outside of the club. I just want to let you know that. Ain't hard to tell. I excel. Okay, who is he? I don't talk about God's children. Okay, I said that. He was appointed by by George W. Bush in 2002. So he's been on the bench for over 20 years. Okay, there's that. All right. That's him. Let's see here. Someone named Trippin. You keep getting an invite to join the panel and you're not accepting. So I think it's time for Tripping to find out what it means to yacht from outside of the club. Let's give that a go. So let's see here. Okay, so it's saying here that a separate case out of Virginia has paused the fund until Friday when further hearings can decide if the block continues. Interesting. Interesting. Dual cases happening at the same time. Let's see here. All right. U.S. District Judge Richard Leon declined to issue a temporary restraining order against the Trump administration's $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund, siding with the Justice Department's argument that the initiative is moot. It's not moot, though. It's not. All right. Because if it was moot, then why would you not want to have something in writing, something on the books that says that you won't bring this back? You're leaving that door cracked so that you can bring it back. All right, before, probably in 2027, because you think that you're going to win the House and the Senate, so Congress all together. So you're leaving that door cracked just in case. Yeah, exactly. Trustmebro.com. So let's see here. All right, guys, please only request up if you are, in fact, a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. All right, it looks like, Fatima's here. Guys, Fatima is one of our friends who's in Gaza. All right, let's get her up to 1,000 coins. We'll get her up to 1,000 coins, and then we'll go ahead and let her go. So let's take care of her. Oh, also, good news, not the greatest news. Fatima, please turn your camera off, friend. I'll do it for you. Okay. So good news, but not the best news. Swan and Athena were able to get into contact with Simhar, which is great. Simhar actually stopped past Swan's panel yesterday. I'm sad I missed it, but she was able to hang out with Swan yesterday, which was pretty awesome. And she's okay. She's okay. She's just, unfortunately, they're currently in hiding due to all that's going on in Libya, with them basically kidnapping people off the street and forcing them into the slave trade. She had to move out of the home in which she was in with her daughter, but her daughter and her are what we could say are safe. It's just that they can't leave where they are in hiding right now to do anything out of fear of being kidnapped, but they do need to get food and things. So it's just a risky situation altogether, but she is alive. She's alive. All right. So that's what we have going over there. So please, keep all of our friends globally who are just experiencing some of the worst atrocities known to humanity. Please keep them in your thoughts. Keep them in if you believe in God, keep them in your prayers. And for Fatima is our friend who is in Gaza, and by all means, make sure we show her love, and let's get Fatima up to 1,000 coins, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, Erica, for the confetti. So let's see here. We have someone in the request. Let's see. Hi, New Jersey, and are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, ma'am.
And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
Like 20.
20? Okay. All right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Well, I'm not like MAGA, but I think he was the better choice other than Kamala Harris, for various reasons.
So it's June of 2026. We're almost 2 years, post-election. All right. So why are you supporting Trump today?
I like what he's doing when it comes to immigration.
Okay, expound on that, please.
Like ICE, I think we should fund ICE. I think if you come here illegally, you should be deported. You shouldn't be given money from the government, because I think the government should only give Americans money. If you come here, we shouldn't help you unless you're actually providing something or giving a service for our country. Like, you just don't come here and just slack on a couch all day and try to get government assistance. That's not going to happen. So under President Trump, you can't come here illegally. That's what him and Vice President J.D. Vance has done. Joe Biden actually told Kamala Harris to work on the border, but border czar Kamala has never been to the border. Actually, she has failed the American people and
Whoa,
failed the
that's a
American.
lot. You're saying a
Yeah, I know.
lot.
Yeah, you
Whoa.
should go talk to Kamala.
It's Kamala, by the way. If you can't say
Nope,
Kamala,
nope.
that's okay. Just
No.
say Harris, and we'll leave it at that.
Well,
That's
I
cool.
wouldn't. Well,
Okay.
guess what? I don't
Now,
have to be
are you about
respectful
to
to
do
someone who's
deplorable?
ruined our country.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't want
Anywho, child,
to.
calm down. Listen, you're 20 years old. I don't argue with children. I'll talk to you, but I'm not going to argue with
Yeah,
you. You're 20. All right. I'm not going to argue with someone else's child.
of
I don't
course.
argue with
Yeah, I'm
my
not gonna
own.
argue with
So
liberals.
I just
So
need you to, you're here. Let's bring it here. Let's calm down.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
friend?
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
So, with
Yes,
that
ma'am.
being said, here's the thing. You just mentioned a lot, all right?
Nope.
And I'll try to address it point by point so we can go through that. I think the easiest thing to go through just right now and get it out of the way is that Kamala Harris was not in charge of the border. She was tasked with going down to the Northern Triangle, so 3 specific countries, which would be Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, all right, to see why they had an influx of migrants at our southern border. And she was able to do that. She worked with private companies to invest billions of dollars into those countries in order to provide those people with opportunities. And we actually did see a decrease in migration from places like El Salvador and also Honduras. So we have that information. There's no
Wait,
evidence that
excuse.
Joe Biden ever called her the border czar. You hold on a moment. I'm addressing your points.
Ooh,
Additionally,
sassy.
you said that people who come over here shouldn't be able to get benefits, right?
Yep.
So the thing is that if you're not an American citizen, or if you don't have a specific type of immigration status, such as a refugee, you don't get any type of benefits from the
No,
United States of
actually,
America.
that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay, tell us more. How is that wrong?
Yes. So Mayor Brandon Johnson, the incompetent DEI mayor of Chicago, actually. First off, when Greg Abbott, a phenomenal governor of Texas, so he sent the illegal aliens down to Chicago, a sanctuary city, since so-called liberal cities care so much about immigrants, but not their own people. Mayor Brandon Johnson actually first off hotel rooms with Illinois taxpayers' money, which shows that he cares more about immigrants than actual Illinois Chicagoans. There's Chicagoans losing their life to gun violence while we're helping out illegal aliens who can't even speak our language. I think it's just so. He's a hypocrisy, basically. I mean, he cares more about he's giving hotel rooms, mind you, of taxpayers' money, Erica, for illegal aliens that's committed crimes, who's raped the women, who's unalived millions of thousands of Americans, actually just recently too, in the great state of Illinois. I shouldn't call it great anymore.
I'm so sorry. You keep saying words, but you're not. What are you talking about right now? You said that it has killed millions. What are you talking about?
Thousands.
You said thousands.
The
What is it that
immigrants.
you're talking about?
The immigrants who's raped women, unalived them. Specifically,
you be categorically false to say that it has been.
Can I tell you a case? Can I tell you a case?
You don't have to tell me one specific case when we can look at the stats in total and see.
Okay, go ahead.
Per different agencies like the Cato Institute, also it would be the Cato Institute, and also even the state of Texas did a study on this. Where, excuse me, please turn your camera off. Don't do that. I didn't.
Is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm black?
You could turn your camera off. One moment.
Is it because I'm black?
I'm gonna let you down, friend. Thank you for being here, love.
YMCA. It's what this MCA.
Keep your camera off. You didn't ask for permission, so stop doing that. You're like being really weird.
So is it because I'm black?
Like,
is it because I'm a black conservative?
It's like you're just showing people that they shouldn't leave their drinks.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Calm down.
I'm sorry. I have ADHD. I'm sorry.
So do I. Maybe you should see someone about it. But like,
I'm not on medicine because my medicine gives me side effects, ma'am.
Sir, calm down. Now, with that being said, all right, there are studies to actually disprove what it is that you've said. in regards to undocumented immigrants, they commit crime, especially violent crime, at a lesser rate than United States born citizens do. All right, about half the rate at which we do. So you speaking about crime is moot, because you actually should have a concern about crime overall, considering that it's United States citizens who are the ones that commit the majority of crime, even when it comes to a per capita basis, if you even want to try to use that part. So there we are.
Yes. Can I please talk?
Anywho, no, actually,
Can I
you
please
can't. Also, additionally, another thing in regards to undocumented immigrants in hotels, I think that your concern should be with Greg Abbott, who actually kept the money from the migrant shelter program that the federal government gave the state of Texas to actually house migrants down there in Texas.
That's good.
But what he did was he shipped them off to places like Chicago. All right.
That's good.
And also DeSantis did the same thing, and they kept that money. So the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago had to figure out how to house this influx of people. And what they did was they did begin a program, a housing program that didn't just help undocumented immigrants, because these were people who were seeking asylum. So if you're seeking asylum, you can be in the United States of America, right?
Yes, but President Trump is
I'm
changing
just
it.
making sure. I don't care what President Trump is changing. And actually, the judge just struck that down. If not earlier this week, then it was late last week. So there's that part. It's unconstitutional for him to deny people the ability to to claim asylum. So there's that
Can I
part.
talk, please? Okay. Can I respond?
What are you going to respond to?
Yes. So what Johnson should have done to instead of housing them, he should have just deported them. Honestly,
he doesn't
send them
have the
back.
authority to deport them. Do you know how
We'll leave them
that
on the
actually
street.
works?
Leave them on the street
You don't leave
because
people
they're
on
not
the
American.
streets.
They're
That's
not
disgusting
American.
behavior.
They're not American.
Okay. They're not American. I think it's crazy that you sit up here and say they're not American when they contribute to our economy just like Americans do. And also they contribute to a system in which they don't fully get to benefit from. They pay taxes on a local, state, and federal level. They pay about $100 billion in taxes. And they don't get to benefit from Social Security benefits, unemployment benefits, SNAP benefits. They don't get that stuff. So that's what we have there. So basically, they take less from the system than, let's say, an American citizen does.
Well, I see what you're saying here, but at the same time, we have to preserve the American nationality, basically.
I think you're just stringing words together and hoping that something makes sense. But
No, what I'm trying to
what you're
tell you is
saying makes sense.
look, I'm fine with legal immigration, but mass immigration and illegal immigration is ruining our country. Look at the UK. It used to be like 80% white. Back in the 60s, 50s.
Legal immigration, if you were fine with legal immigration, then you wouldn't be in support of Donald Trump. Donald Trump right now has 17 people who he is trying to denaturalize, claiming that they committed some kind of fraud in applying for citizenship here in the United States of America. That's what he's doing. 17 cases. When we look at the trend, this is way above, exponentially greater, all right, than what the United States Custom Enforcement Services, Customs and Immigration Services normally does. And then it's not about DHS. It's about the USCIS. I'm speaking specifically about that agency, that department. They don't like you. You got a violation. All right. Guys, do not report. I don't know if you're new here, and I shouldn't have to say it. All right, New Jersey, you have to come back on another account. But you don't report. If you report, you're hurting my life. You're not hurting him. So by all means, do not report. Thank you very much. I appreciate you in advance. Good. Googly moogly. Tap the screen, share the live, guys. There's 887 people over here on TikTok. Let's go ahead and knock out the high bears. Again, continue to share and repost the live. And let's get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Also, if you're over on the 2, where we have 801 people, so we have almost 2,000 people. I'm rounding up. All right. We have almost 2,000 people here. Let's do all of the good things. All right. If you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9 at gmail.com. And guys, if you're over in the tube, let's make sure we get the likes. With so many people, let's get the likes over 200. So let's get the likes over 200 within this first hour. And if you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. If you're on TikTok, turn that blue and pink person gray. And if you're over on the tube, by all means, call the number on your screen to 720-295-4868. 720-295-4868. You are the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. And thank you all in advance for your kindness. Everything's appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right, let's see what we have here.
No.
Hi,
What's
Jacob.
up?
Are
It's
you a
New
Trump
Jersey.
supporter?
It's New Jerseyan.
Oh, is you on a different account?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So yeah, what I was saying is Donald Trump has 17 people that they're looking to denaturalize right now. Do you know what that means?
Like, take away their citizenship.
Exactly. You got it.
And I think that's messed up.
You think it's messed up, but you're still in
Yes, I don't
support of his
support him.
immigration policies, though. Like, he's literally trying to illegalize legal immigration is what he's doing.
Yeah, and I think, he's becoming more incompetent. But the thing about it is that...
What? What are you supporting then? If you say something like he's becoming more incompetent, then how is it that you're still supporting him? Okay. I don't know what the child's doing. I don't know what the child's doing. Anywho, he has to be. I'm starting to think that he is too, because ain't no way. He was incompetent when you decided to vote for him. Robert, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm not. I just typed in the comments. I wanted you to ask him, why does he support?
Hold on one moment. Not the skedaddle.
He's skedaddled, baby.
That's crazy.
He's out.
He's out of here. That's where. Okay. All right. Well, Robert, I'm only looking for Trump supporters, friend, but thank you so much for being here.
But I want to arm you with the...
That wasn't me. That was my mod. Thank you, mods. All right. I appreciate you, friend, but you can put it in the chat, or you can put it in chat. But I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Trump supporters, request up. You are the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. Okay. Yeah. It's you. You're the one I want to talk to. Okay. Someone in the comment section over here on TikTok says that Trump saved their marriage twice. You know what? I always say whatever helps you cope, whatever helps you like sleep at night, however you want to go about it, whatever. So thank you, Taylor. Let me try to say it right. Taylor Maines for the flow state over on the YouTube. I appreciate you, friend. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. All right. What's wrong with these people? I want to know, like, what is happening? They're not serious people. And sometimes y'all can see it in my eyeballs that, like, I don't want to take you serious. You're not a real person. You're not. Oh, a YouTube caller.
Call from
3-time Trump supporter.
Uh-oh.
To accept.
Hi, caller. You said a 3-time Trump supporter. So for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 40.
40? Okay. All right. And why are you still supporting Trump?
Trump's the best ever. He's probably the best president ever, from the whole history, all the way back to George Washington. He's done. He's dealing with the swamp of people like you, crazy libs like you, and he's still getting it done.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
Are you able to like name policy or anything of that nature instead of your feelings? Because that's all.
Yeah, like feelings. Any policy that kind of makes you crash out.
Okay,
kind of a good one.
Policy then.
Basically getting the Supreme Court people in place, and then challenging birthright citizenship. So challenging birthright citizenship for people that aren't actually citizens, and then they just come here and have an anchor baby.
Okay, so what does the 14th Amendment say?
I don't know. I don't care. He's gonna get
I'm
rid of
so
it.
so sorry.
And
What?
also, you know
How are
what?
you arguing? How are
You
you
probably
arguing for
grew up on
something that you don't know about though? That's what I'm asking. I want to know. Why
right.
are you arguing something that you don't know about?
Well,
Hey,
I
do
didn't
you?
bring up the all right 14th Amendment. Why don't
Okay.
you tell me what it is?
I'll tell you what it
14th
says.
Amendment.
So what's being contested here is basically the first line is all persons born or nationalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. All right. So what do you
Yeah.
think it
You know
means
what its
subject
intent
to
was?
the jurisdiction thereof? What do you think that part means?
So it was intended to basically allow slaves to become citizens when they were freed from slavery,
You be wrong.
and then all the libs have turned it into, oh yeah, you just come here illegally and have a kid. Okay, that kid is now a citizen, but that's not how it works. You actually have to have a vested interest in the country. So
That's not true.
and then all the libs basically give all these free handouts, which is why the people are coming here. And then they're on welfare, and then they have a kid, and then the kid's on welfare, and people like me have to flip the bill, and I'm sick of it. So that's
I
why I
know
like
that
Trump.
$36 a year is killing you, huh? You do know
36 a
on
year,
average that most
50%.
Americans
Are you
give between
retarded?
$36 to
50,
$51 a year towards the SNAP program. So there's that. But
are you
you're actually
are
wrong.
you insane?
You're
No, you
wrong.
were wrong. 50% of my taxes
You
go
literally can
to
look at the
government
Government
handouts. I
Accountability
get taxed.
Office
50% of my
and it'll tell
paycheck goes
you.
to taxes. You
Did
can
he
go
slur? What
straight
slur did he
into some
use,
easy.
guys? He
I
just used the
called you
R word?
retarded.
You're stupid. Slur to run, TikTok. We don't use that kind of language over here. I wanted to drag him on the 14th Amendment, but he used the R word. I didn't hear him. So we don't use that kind of language. No one on this platform, TikTok, used it. That was a caller who called in. So there it was. Yep. Slur to run. STR is in the chat, guys. STR is in the chat. They always do that because they can't have the argument because they're not good at this. That's all there is to it. They're just simply not good at this. Anywho, I was about to drag his ass on the darn going 14th Amendment because what they don't know and they don't understand, and I don't understand how they don't know this, all right, because it's always brought up, is that on the floor of Congress, all right, they literally argued that Chinese immigrants at that time were included within the 14th Amendment. So if you were a Chinese national and you had a child here in the United States of America, that child was in fact a U.S. citizen. We also have case precedent, all right, in Wong Kim Ark, all right, where it basically sets up the fact that, yes, if you are born in the United States of America within our jurisdiction, all right, boom, you're a U.S. citizen. Tis it, tis all. All right. And yes, no, 50% of his taxes do not go to social benefit programs. That man must be paying $100 in taxes. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? These people are not smart. All right. More of your taxes go towards your Social Security. I wanted to let you know that. It goes towards Medicare. More of your taxes, even probably likely goes toward the state. You, sir, do not have the intellectual fortitude nor capacity to engage in a conversation with me. Tis it, tis all. That's it. But if you think that you do, you're sorely mistaken. I'm just going to let you know that. But if you do feel that you can actually engage in a conversation in good faith and be intellectually honest, all right, by all means, request up. If you're on TikTok, turn the blue and pink person gray. If you're over on the tube, call the number on your screen. It is 720-295-4868. Again, that is 720-295-4868. 4868. All right, Trump supporters, you're the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. With that being said, thank you to Ugly Kid Music. All right, what a name. Thank you for the flow state, friend. Over there on the two, spin that shit. Spin that shit. All right, let's see here, guys. Let's keep it going. Thank you all so much for doing all of the good things.
Call from
Trump supporter.
Hi, caller. For TikTok purposes, how old are you?
24.
Okay, and why are you still supporting Trump?
I think he has good tax policies, and I really like his immigration agenda.
He has good tax policies and you like his immigration agenda. All right. I don't
ma'am.
feel like going to sleep. So in regards to his taxes, sure, you got it. Like people can look at their wallets and know that it's not good for them. But with that being said, in regards to his immigration policy, what is it that you like?
I like how he kicks out these worthless illegal immigrants out of our country.
You know how I just could tell that you don't know how to engage in a conversation in good faith? Because you used the qualifier. You used that adjective. You called them worthless. I don't know why you did that, but you did. So that just tells me from this point forward, anything that you say is going to be rooted in xenophobia. So
Nope.
there's that. Okay, then tell us, please, what is the net negative, all right, of getting rid of undocumented immigrants from the United States of America? Please tell us.
Well, they cause a lot of crime.
Substantiate it.
Proven statistics, by the way.
Substantiate it. I'll let you do that.
What'd you
I'll place
say?
you on hold. Hold on one moment.
Call
He ain't gonna
from.
substantiate
Oh.
shit. Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay, and for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
Oh, I'm old.
How old are you?
I'm 60.
Okay, all right, awesome. I'm gonna place you on hold. There's someone in front of you, and I'll be right with you, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you for holding. All right, what I said was substantiate it. Substantiate your claim that undocumented immigrants commit a whole bunch of crime. Because, you know, a whole bunch is definitely a metric. What's a whole
Well,
bunch?
not a whole bunch.
Yeah, that's what you said.
There
You said a
are.
whole lot or something like that. I just want to know how much that is. So go substantiate it. You have a smartphone in your hand. All right, please provide us with some information, some data. We can wait.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm going to turn my soundboard on. All right. I hope it's charged. If not, I'm going to have to get the charger and we're going to, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to play some hold music for you. All right. It helps you along the way. Get some empirical
I'm already
data.
done, bro. You ain't got to be a smart ass.
But I am a smart ass, though. That's the thing. I can't help but not to be. Okay, go ahead.
And you just called me rude. I'm trying to have a civil conversation with you.
I didn't call you rude. I said you wouldn't know how to engage in this conversation intellectually, honestly. So go ahead.
Texas is the only state that tracks the legal status of people that are arrested by that. But a major study by the Cato Institute found that undocumented immigrants had significantly lower conviction rates for violent crimes like homicide than native-born citizens.
Go ahead and read it again.
A major study by the Cato Institute looked at this data. They found that undocumented immigrants had significantly lower conviction rates for violent crimes like homicide than native-born citizens.
So you do realize that you disproved yourself. You know that,
No,
right?
no. They were found to do more, but they got less severe of a sentence.
No. That's not
Yes,
what
that's
you
what
just
this
read.
says. You can look up. You can look up the study, ma'am.
Commit crimes, especially violent crimes, at a lower rate than U.S.-born citizens. You just read.
Well, that's not what it's saying. It was literally about how they cause more crime.
No.
But they're still second to black people, which as myself, I am a black person.
You just read that do you want to read it? Read it a third time. I think third time's a charm. Go ahead, read it.
A major study by the Cato Institute looked at this data. They found that undocumented immigrants had significantly lower conviction rates for violent crimes like homicide than the native-born citizens.
Okay. You do understand that you have to track these things by convictions, right? Because you can't track it by arrest. Do you know why?
There's more to it. They're more likely.
No. Do you know why you can't track things by arrest?
Why not?
Okay. Because anyone could be arrested for something. It doesn't mean that they did it. That's why we go by tracking it by convictions. You could be arrested for a crime. Doesn't mean that you commit the crime.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So again, Based off of what you just read, you disproved yourself. All right. Undocumented immigrants commit crime at a lower rate than American citizens do. That's what we have. All right. I want you to think about that so you can go on to your next point. Shout out to Madam. Hey, Madam Relisa Dufals. I love you. Oh, I love your name. It's Madam Relisa Dufals. Oh, shit. Thank you for the $10 super chat, friend. I appreciate you. Drop some hearts in the chat and I love you more. That's freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you so very much. That was funny. Once it clicked, it clicked. Thank you very much. Also, shout out to Facts. Hey, Steve. Thank you so much for the $10, friend. Facts said, his logic ain't logicking. I appreciate you. I appreciate you more, Facts. Thank you so very much. Drop those hearts in the chat, guys. Thank you so very much. If you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over in the tube, you can send a super chat. Thank you all so very much in advance because your kindness definitely appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right, Lucy, you got anything else?
Who, me? Yeah, I do, actually.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
I also appreciate Trump's conservative values. Of course, that's opinionized, but that's my opinion. I think that his push to expand school choice keeps. I think that he needs to put. I think religion does need to be into school.
No. That would go against the Constitution.
I think so. I think so.
But it would go against the Constitution. Do you believe that the Constitution is basically like, what is it? The law of the land?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you think that the Constitution is the law of the land and we have the First Amendment, all right, that gives people freedom of religious expression, all right, then why is it that we would put it into schools to where people wouldn't have a choice?
No, that's not what I'm saying. There are literal things, like if you go to California and stuff, you can't even have programs about Jesus there in public school that are optional. Like
yeah, it's freedom of choice, separation of church and state.
Like you go down south, that's there all the time, and I think it should be like that. And I think the world would be a much better place if
they don't have church in school down south.
They do. They have programs. No, they have programs for it. Yes, they do. I can name like 3 off my head. They got FCA. They got all kinds of programs like that.
Okay,
that Gavin Newsom is blocking.
What? Okay, so they don't do that because it's literally against the law, all right, for schools to teach religion unless it's like a parochial school, a Catholic school, something like that, unless it's actually a religious leaning school. But in public schools, no, you can't do that.
Ma'am, I got out of high school 3 years ago, and they had something called FCA. It was completely optional. You didn't have to go to it if you didn't want to. And
so something that wasn't forced. Okay,
that's all I'm trying to say, ma'am. In California, they're blocking stuff like that. It's crazy to me.
They should.
They should not. Kids should have the option.
That's what your home is for.
Kids should have the option. Some people don't have parents that will take them to church or do stuff for them.
What?
Okay, that's where me and you disagree.
I'm sorry, what? So you think that if their parents don't want to take them to church, that they should learn it at school? All right.
They should have it available to.
All right. So you're okay with Hinduism, Buddhism, also Islam, paganism, atheism, not atheism, Satanism, what else? And along with Christianity, all of that being taught in school.
I think the most common religion at that school should be taught.
What do you mean the most common religion at that school? What does that mean?
Like the most of the student body that believes in that.
What are we doing? That doesn't quite make sense. If I'm a Muslim, all right, and everybody else is a Christian, then that doesn't mean that I should be excluded. That's why it doesn't track. That's why religion is for whatever building it is you like to do it in, and also at home. It's not for school. School is for a learning place, all right, to learn the foundations of pretty much education, arithmetic, reading and writing, so on and so forth, so that you can go out into the world and hopefully learn how to, function, critically think. But it's not for religion. What are we doing? That doesn't make any sense. It's extremely non-sequential.
Yeah, I mean, it's already going on, man.
View. It's arbitrary. This is super arbitrary. You can't actually name something that Donald Trump is doing. You stumped yourself on the immigration thing, and now you're trying to go towards religion and conservative values when Donald Trump is not a conservative. He's not conservative in the least bit. He doesn't have any of those conservative. He doesn't exercise any of those conservative values that you all think he does. You want to try something else?
What do you mean? Yes, he does.
Like what?
He's paid. First of all, he is more for the keeping coal mine jobs, oil and gas jobs, instead of cleaner energy, which a lot of places in the country, like West Virginia,
conservative values. What?
That's conservative values, ma'am.
Yeah,
Kamala was looking.
Hold on one moment, please. Just hold on. What the hell is this child talking about? Jesus Christ. People have messages for you, so I'm going to read them out loud. Thank you to Cole Heem for the $4.99 super chat. Cole Heem said, I just wanted to apologize. I was a Trump supporter in 2016, and I was still a fan up until 2023. I'm reformed, and again, I'm sorry for my ignorance prior. You know what, Cole? You know what? All you can do is learn. Life is a learning experience. That's all you can do. So shout out to you. I hope you keep learning and don't ever support Trump again, because you see where we at? Do you guys see where we are? Oh my God. Shout out to Cole. Also, Wesley Pillow, thank you so much, friend, for the $10 super chat. Wesley said, this is all because someone in chat called you a beggar. This isn't a donation. It's a payment for services rendered. Thank you for educating me and so many others. Much love. Thank you so very much, Wesley. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the payment, because Black women's labor ain't free. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Draw some hearts in the chat for Wesley, y'all. Also, Wesley sent another $5 and said, schools should be focused on facts and information, not myth and legend. People should learn their belief systems at home, period. Exactly. I agree with you, Wesley. I totally agree. Drop those hearts in the chat, y'all. Also, Mrs. Amber, thank you so much for the flow state, friend. Thank you. Bubba, cover your ears. Spin that shit. All right. Thank you so very much, guys. Let's keep doing all of the good things, y'all. All of the good things. If you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. And I did miss one. Hey, Maya. Maya sent 10 and said, that young man is just an inspiring, white, and furious. How sad. Jesus. I'm just a messenger, sir. I am just a messenger. Drop some hearts in the chat for Maya.
I am literally mixed.
Well,
I am a white and furious.
Are you paint? You mixed with paint? What are you doing? You're biracial.
I swear to God, I'm black. I'm black and white. Ma'am, I swear.
You're biracial. You're biracial, and you present as black, right? So you're a black biracial person. It's cool. I got you.
Yes, I am.
I need hold on one moment, friend. I need a mod to come up because I have a phone call that I have to take. So let me see who is here. I see if this person can come up. I don't know. I gotta take this phone call. Let's see. Or if this person can come up. Let's see. I'm inviting folk. We'll see who takes the beat. Why are we inviting people? Who is this person? That's not a friend. What are we doing? Don't touch my request box. Thank you. What are we doing? Let's see. Okay, well, caller, you're going to have to hold. Ooh, is Jonah available? I know, Bubby. Hold on one moment. Oh, okay. I didn't know your profile picture. I'm sorry. I was like, who are you? I was like, who are you? Okay, all right. I gotta take the headphones off, AJ, and can you talk to this guy for me, please? I gotta talk to Bubs.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
All right, so you said that he is running on conservative values. I'm trying to understand because coal isn't a conservative value, right? So I'm trying to understand exactly what you're talking about.
Two completely arguments. I brought up 2 points.
Okay, sorry. I must have missed that point. Give it to me.
His conservative values are better for America and for everyone. Kamala did just raise.
So we're not talking about Kamala because here's the thing. Uh-oh. Are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you're the 60-year-old
That's
guy.
okay. You guys got a great show.
So why are you still supporting Trump at this point?
I'm here.
Yep. Why are you still
Yeah, I'm
supporting Trump at
sorry.
this
Sorry
point?
about that. I was hearing an echo in the back. Yes. I supported Trump. It was based wholeheartedly for me. It's not really about waving the flag around. It was more based on faith and family and God and our country.
Got you. So when you say faith, we're talking about a president who said he's never asked God for forgiveness, and that's like the first step of being faithful in the Christian faith. You talk about family, and he has literally cheated on every wife with the next one. And then you talk about country, he's actively engaging in corruption with foreign governments. So I'm just trying to understand which one of those he fulfills.
Yeah, neither for me, really. I try really hard to say, hey, if the guy's broken the law, he needs to be held accountable for that. Wholeheartedly, he has to be held accountable for some of the things that he's done, but he really hasn't. And a lot of people forget out there that Trump used to be a Democrat. So how Republican is he?
Right. So
And
we're talking about right in this moment. In this moment, Trump is not displaying that he's a Democrat, right? If we look at the Democratic
no, he
side of
isn't.
things, the Democrats want universal health care. They want to make sure kids eat. They want to make sure that we don't have to go to war. They want to make sure that elderly people are able to afford groceries because their Social Security is not getting cut along with their benefits. All of those different things. So when you say that you support Trump, all of these things that you keep discussing about him, you called him a criminal. You said he doesn't fulfill faith, family, and God and country. I'm still trying to understand where the loyalty lies.
Well, the loyalty lies with me because he seems to care about the American people because he's not a politician. Now, there's times when he shadows that. He says he cares, and then like this morning, he says, I don't care about the economy. And that really bothered me because the price of
Well,
gas
he's never
is just
cared about the
ridiculous.
economy, sir. I mean, if you think about it, number one, we have 13 service members that are no longer alive. We have gas prices that are
That,
going through the roof. Food prices are up 3.2%. Healthcare is up 26%, right? Housing, he's already said that he doesn't believe that he thinks affordability is a Democrat hoax. He said that people who don't own homes just don't work hard enough, and he doesn't believe that he should have to do anything about that. When you say sometimes we care about the American people, you'd be asking for the same exact thing that we've gotten from establishment politicians, which is crumbs. So you're asking for crumbs in this moment when the truth of the matter is that the American people need a meal.
American people do need a meal. I don't want to see any child or children go hungry, although I think in this case, the gimme train is come to an end. You can only gimme. And your hands will become empty after a while. You can
Well,
just
that doesn't
give and
necessarily
give.
make sense because if I'm the person who goes to work and I pay my taxes into a system that is supposed to work for me, it's not gimme. It's do what I need you to do with my money. Because what's happening is we are paying the government to make sure that everything here runs functionally. It runs on our money. So it can't be a handout if you're giving me my money. So I don't necessarily understand what you mean when you say the gimme train, because if we have kids that are actually functioning because they can eat and they're doing better in school, we have more productive students that turn into more productive adults. If we have people who are going to work and they're making a living wage, they don't have to work 2 and 3 jobs and can invest more time into their children and families. It's something that you say that you voted for. If we're talking about making sure that people are healthy, because the more healthy people are, the less time they have to take off of work and the better morale is and the better productivity is for employees. I'm trying to understand, with all of these different components missing, those aren't gimmies. Those are actual necessities people need to create a functioning society. So it's not a gimme train. It's me paying into a system that should be taking care of me because of the fact that I pay into that system. You pay into you pay your bills every single month. If you pay your power bill, if you pay your mortgage, and you pay your car note, and they come and take your car, they come and put the eviction notice on your house, and then they tell you that they're going to turn off all of your lights. You've paid into that system. You paid for what you were supposed to pay for. You are supposed to still have a house, a car, and you're supposed to still have lights. Do they get to take that from you? No, because you paid for it. And so the more we invest in our government, the more our government should invest in us. And if we're saying that it's a handout when we're asking for our money back, but it's a settlement when people are asking for reparations after they ravaged the Capitol, then I'd have to ask you, what's the difference?
Well, years ago, there was no welfare system. Churches took care of people. Now the welfare system, people become so dependent on EBT cards that, you go to the store and there's 10 people in line, and out of the 10, 5 have EBT cards. And it's just,
that doesn't
disgusting.
matter, because here's the thing: you're frustrated about people being able to feed their children, but the fact of the matter is, all of the things that you're upset about people needing EBT cards for, if the president actually, if Congress implemented a living wage and raised minimum wage, if people were able to pay for their health care, if food wasn't so expensive because of the fact that Trump slapped tariffs on literally every import that was coming in, if that was not the case, all of the reason that you're seeing 5 people in the line with EBT cards is because of the fact that everything has gone up based on the actions of this president and this administration. So what I would ask you is, if you're upset about the consequences of what has happened during this administration, why are you still supporting it? Because I would much rather see 10 people in line with EBT cards if it means that every American gets the right to be able to eat. We are the only country, if you didn't know, in 2021 at the UN, we're the only country that said that Americans don't have the right to food. That was under Joe Biden. I didn't agree with that either. So with that being said, if we're talking about taking care of our citizens, that has to be all the way around. We have to make sure food, housing, and healthcare are all in order. And none of those things are a priority for this administration. So again, my question to you would be, if you are tired of seeing people being poor, what has this administration implemented to make sure that that's not the case?
Oh, poor people are like an onion. You got to peel away one layer at a time to get to the core issues of why they don't have a job or why they've lost a lot of things in life. But most Democrat cities, they're on dire straits.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question again. My question to you is, what has this administration implemented to target poverty?
Well, not a lot. I'm being totally honest with you. They haven't, because they're overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed with fraud. They're overwhelmed with.
Can you show me where the fraud is? Can you give me a source on the fraud? Can I have a source on the fraud, please?
Phone call. That's another phone call.
Can I have a source on the fraud? Let me have a source on the fraud.
Yeah, like, tell us what percentage of people. What percentage of people who receive SNAP benefits are committing fraud? What's that number?
Well, I don't know. I don't really know, because I'm not out and about. I have to work so much.
Why is it that you think that fraud is such a big issue?
Well, fraud is an issue.
Is it an issue?
Whether it's your house or my house or my pocketbook or your pocketbook, we don't like people stealing from it.
Hold on. What if I told you that, per the Government Accountability Office, that less than 1% of the SNAP benefit fraud happens by recipients? What if I told you that?
You said the SNAP feeding kids and stuff like that.
Because that's what we're talking about, right?
I'm talking about in general, like hospice and starting daycares. Why are you
talking about general? We were literally just talking about SNAP benefits. Why are you trying to?
Yeah, I don't want to go there, because if you're hungry, you're hungry.
Because even in Medicaid, for people who need health insurance, to receive medical care, to receive that hospice care that you speak of, is less than 10%. So there's that part. And that, even that 10% is not even committed by the darn recipients. It's more so on the administrative side. So we have that part too.
True. There's a lot of corrupt. Look at Nancy Pelosi. There's a lot of corrupt politicians. She's
I don't know why
benefited
you
from
want to try to
all
move the
kinds of things.
goalpost here. I'm not sure exactly why you attach rockets to the goalpost when we can just stick on one topic. All right, what are we doing?
I love your show. I love your show. I think
Can
it's the
we?
greatest.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I love your show. I think it's the
Can we
greatest.
address the fact that it's really interesting that you guys have all this smoke for people who are receiving $6.52 a day on average? However, when we look at the U.S. Sentencing Commission, we see that white men lead in fraud. So with that being said, why don't we have a probe into white men? Don't you think that would be a much more productive situation since they lead in fraud?
I'm with you. White people are terrible, 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 terrible. We don't do things upright. Caucasian men are pretty guilty of a lot of shit out there.
Right. So then I would ask you again, instead of investigating the poor, why are we not investigating the root? Right. You're talking about fixing symptoms that at the end of the day don't exist. So if we want to actually discuss fraud, let's talk about the millions and billions of dollars that are stolen by billionaires every single year. Let's talk about the fact that every time Republicans get into office and they give tax cuts to billionaires, we see unemployment go up. We don't see them investing in their employees. We don't see them investing into the country. We see them investing into stocks. We see them investing into things that make them richer, like yachts and jets. We see them investing into properties. We see them putting money into offshore accounts. But you guys are upset with immigrants for sending $50 back home to their families. So here's the thing. I think the priorities that you have in this conversation are completely misconstrued, and you're trying to target the wrong people. Because what's happening is right now you have an administration that's standing and they're dangling a carrot in your face to make you focus on it while they pick your pockets. So I'm trying to understand exactly, again, why we're still supporting this and what has been implemented to actually help the American people. If you can't answer that question, then you, sir, are on the wrong side of history.
Well, you got to give me somebody better. If you're telling me not to vote, why are you voting for Trump? Who's better? And on top of that, there's nobody there that's better right now. Nobody is. I mean, give me somebody that's better than Trump, or can do at least a half the job that he's trying to do. You know, I mean, we don't really have anybody. We don't have anybody.
Kamala Harris was able to. Kamala Harris wanted to make sure that first-time business owners, and as a business owner, that would have helped me. As a first-time business owner, being able to get $50,000 after your first year. Most businesses stay in the red within that first 5 years. So with that being said, being able to clear that overhead and being able to stay in the black and keep that small business going would have been beneficial to many Americans, because we had more small business investment during that administration, during the previous administration. She also wanted to build more homes to cool the housing market and make sure that everybody had the opportunity to be able to purchase homes. She also wanted to make sure that first-time home buyers whose parents didn't get the opportunity to own homes were able to get a $25,000 tax credit to be able to purchase their first home. See, the thing about it is, you guys get excited about the fact that cruelty exists. You get excited about the fact that you think someone is taking something from you. People, per a psychological report, if you've ever read Psychology Today, a report has actually shown that people are more hurt when things are taken from them than when they're given to them. So you guys are more upset about what you think is being taken from you than what you could actually benefit from. So you actually played yourself.
Well, I actually liked her until she picked Tim Walz as a vice president, and look at what that's turned out to be. Nothing but a mess.
What is the job of the vice president?
It's helping do a lot of things that the president does not do, and then always be there in case something happens, either medically or he can't fulfill his duties as a president. The vice president is there to take over. He's a poor leader. If something
happens, right. If something happens, actually, he's done a great job in Minnesota. You should check those stats. But to be 100% honest, if you're talking about what the vice president does, the vice president is the president's assistant and the president of the Senate. They don't actually have a whole lot of power to be able to make huge decisions. They help with like tie-breaking votes and different things like that. The job is very minimal. If we're talking about what the president, what she would have done if she was elected to be the president, she would have given way more benefits to people of this country versus what this president is doing in this moment. At this moment, because of the fact that you thought someone was taking something from you, the president is actively robbing you. You have tax cuts for 2 years. Billionaires have them permanently. How does that help you? You are talking about a person who, at the end of the day, has again said that the poor, right? That poor people need to work harder. We have elderly people who are cutting, whose food benefits have been cut, and now they are unable. They have to ration how they eat food. We have soldiers sitting in Iran right now, and they are actually rationing rations because the American government is not giving them what they need. But we just doubled the budget. I mean, we damn near doubled the budget of the defense budget. So here's the thing. My whole thing to you is we are okay with funding war. We're okay with funding billionaires. We're okay with funding G-sides. We're okay with supporting rapists, but we're not okay with taking care of the poor, making sure housing is an option, making sure healthcare is an option, making sure people can afford to eat, making sure that people can afford to live. Those things shouldn't be priorities, but we should absolutely be making sure that billionaires who don't give a fuck about you or me should be able to have all the decision-making power, not only inside the government, but outside of it as well.
Well, let me ask you, how many poor people ever gave you a job? You said more than once that millionaires are corrupt and they have too much money. How many poor people out there ever gave you a job? People with money are the ones giving jobs out.
No, people with money are selective about how they give jobs out. So let's be very clear about that. When we talk about small businesses, most small businesses, a lot of them are in the red, but still hire employees. So if you really want to talk about poor people, most first-time business owners are poor people. So with that being said, they're running on loans and they're running on credit. So if we want to talk about poverty, those are people who have an overhead that is higher than what they bring in. And most small business owners, that's the case for them. So if you want to talk about poor people giving jobs, small business owners constantly give jobs to poor people. And those jobs are being taken away because of the fact that he is cutting things in the private sector and he is taking away benefits that were given to small businesses. So if you want to try to run that card, we can do that.
Well, I gotta go. I gotta run here, but I think you got a great show. Keep it up. You obviously have some brain cells, even though I don't. You're obviously a Democrat, but you're a fun person to talk to.
So to be 100% honest, sir, I don't identify with political party. I come from Panthers. So with that being said, I identify with what's best for the country. I think Republicans are cruel. I think independents are extremely wishy-washy. And I think Democrats are way too fucking soft. So if we want to be 100% honest, let's talk about policy and let's talk about what benefits the country. And what benefits the country in this moment are the policies that the left are proposing.
Well, no wonder you don't like the rich. I'm not surprised after hearing that.
Bad. You good? You still want to chat? Where'd you go? I think he left, y'all. Thank you guys for the gifts. I just looked at my screen again. Thank you guys. I appreciate that so much. That's cool.
Did he leave?
He did.
Oh, okay. Let's just do this then.
Call from.
You got it, political.
Kevin, Trump supporter.
Okay.
Thank you. You
Hey, can I?
Hello.
Uh-oh. Hi. Can I get your age, state, and who you voted for?
39 and Trump.
And why are you still supporting Trump?
Because of some of his financial policies that he made.
Americans are poorer. And I think at the end of the day, I think Erica's already said she doesn't want to debate financial policy simply because the American people are hurting. What are your other reasons?
Well, I think that some Americans are hurting, and I think that's always been the case, no matter whether if it was Obama or whoever was in power. But I think that uh, you know he has created more opportunities for people who are willing to do the hard work and do the education process to figure out what's available and the opportunities that he's made that we can avail ourselves of now. And I think that a lot of Democratic leaders that we had before did not do some of the policies that he's passed that has benefited a lot of us.
Got you. So are you a millionaire or a billionaire?
100,000 there.
Okay. Yeah. So you can't debate financial policies. What else do you want to talk about?
The reason why I know I can debate financial policies is because, first of all,
The financial policies that
there's,
you are
there-
talking
there's,
about are actively hurting Americans. And at this point, as Erica said, she's not debating
so first of
financial
all, for
policy and
me,
taxes. So with that
like I said, for
said, what
me,
else would you like to talk about?
I've made plenty of money with Trump in power. That's all I can say. So like
Congratulations to you. So my question to you would be because of the
him
host
putting
boundaries,
on.
because of the host boundaries, right? Because that's a thing. Boundaries are a thing. She doesn't want to debate financial and tax policy because it's boring. What else would you like to talk about?
Is cryptocurrency, are you also limiting that too? Like, you're also going to limit that too? What about AI? What else do you want to limit here?
I said financial and tax. If you'd like to talk about any other policies, you're welcome to.
Okay, let's talk about AI. Let's talk about how the fact that he's one of the presidents who is because you're not allowing me to talk about how he's
You are really hurt right now.
decentralizing the dollar. So okay, let's talk about what he's doing with AI that is allowing and pushing the envelope where Biden didn't do that.
You're talking about with no regulations that are actively displacing people
But
from
that's
their jobs.
benefiting
Lovely.
everybody. Anybody can go out there right now
AI is
and make their
benefiting
own way
people
with
when they're
AI.
displaced from their
And if you don't
jobs.
do
Just
it,
to be
that's your
clear,
problem.
so if a person is displaced from their job due to AI, that's beneficial for that person.
Absolutely, because all you got to do is just go ahead and re-strategize. Just don't sit on the couch and complain about it.
Oh,
Especially if
okay.
you
So
were a
you're saying,
programmer.
okay. So
If you
got it.
were
So to
if you were
understand, to
a
be clear,
programmer
so
and
losing jobs
you
to
should
AI
know
is
how to use
beneficial.
AI a lot better than
Hold
the
on.
average
You said
person out there. So why
losing
wouldn't you go
jobs
ahead
to
and want
AI
to
is
do that when
beneficial.
there's so
You
many
are trying
opportunities that you
so
can do with
hard to make
AI?
this make sense. You're trying so hard to make this make sense, and it
Hey,
doesn't. Because the fact of the matter is, if a
it's made
person is a
technology
customer service, if a
cheaper
person is a
so that
customer
you
service
can
representative
people can
and they're
focus
not a
on
programmer, he is
work and
losing.
jobs that are more meaningful and that focus and that gives them more their hierarchies of need and the Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. Not doing a job that's unfulfilling. So you can make
Right.
another way.
So my
America's here
question
to
to
give us
you
an
again, because
opportunity.
we can talk about
You're
philosophy,
the
we
one
can
that has
talk
to
about
make an
psychology and
opportunity.
sociology, but the fact of the matter is, Americans, when they're standing at the counter trying to figure out if they need to take off the gallon of milk to afford the pack of chicken, they're not thinking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They're thinking about the fact that AI replaced their jobs.
But people
So my
have
question to
struggled
you,
under every
nope. See,
administration.
here's the thing. Nobody said that you.
He
So you're
can't hear
speaking
you.
in
He can't hear
absolutes to
you
try
because
to over.
he's on hold. I'm sorry. He's on timeout.
Oh,
Hold on, Bubba. Hold on one moment, okay? Hold on, Bubby. Are you still doing the live? Yes, Bubs. Okay. Hi, caller. It's the host. I'm going to need you to stop over talking, okay? One at a time. You don't have to start your sentences in the middle of hers. All right. When Political is talking, please be quiet. Thank you very much. She'll return the courtesy to you. But stop over talking. People use captions, all right, so it can cause issues. Also, is very overstimulating. So allow her to finish. Thank you very much. If you can't do that, then by all means, just hang up the phone. All right. But if I hear over talking, I'm just going to put you back in timeout. Political, please finish your sentence. Thank you.
got you. Thank you. Yeah. So when people are trying to decide, like I said, between putting back the gallon of milk or if they can afford this chicken for the night, they're not thinking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They're thinking about the fact that their job was replaced with AI. So with that being said, if we see that the unemployment rate is going up, one, because of the fact that tariffs are a thing, two, because of the fact that businesses are shutting down, and three, because of the fact of the implementation of AI with very minimal restrictions, how is that beneficial for the American people? And please don't tell me get off your job and go and invest in some other shit, because most people who are re-strategizing in a economy that costs them twice as much, they have to use their savings to be able to function until they get to the next job or until they can start their business. So you talking about investing in a space where people have to use their savings to survive is absolutely nonsensical.
Yeah, I hear you. So here's the thing. So AI has made technology a lot more affordable, and there is basically AI is free, like at this point, and you can use, even if you were just using the tools as a very grassroots level, where you're just using it for like ChatGPT, $20 a month. Even if you're just doing that, there's so many businesses, so many jobs you can do for yourself. Like you can just Google this stuff. You can do YouTube on this stuff. And I think right now the opportunities to create a way for yourself to generate money for yourself, being with an entrepreneurial spirit, which I believe is what the spirit of America has always been, not living off the government. I think that opportunity is very strong right now with AI. He has done a lot of policies to push that envelope forward, along with crypto and others. That's why I like that. Oh, go ahead.
Got you. So again, you didn't answer my question. My question would be, if people are in a position where they have to use their savings to survive, and you're talking about start a business or invest in stocks, that doesn't make sense, right? My question would be, if we know that these
To you.
things are the reason that the job market is struggling, no, these are facts. If we know that these are the reasons that job markets are struggling, why would we not want more regulation on AI? Why would we not want to make sure that even if we did use AI, we used it in a way that still allowed for the human experience to exist? So with that said, I could even see using AI to shorten work weeks. Like, okay, we work 4 days now and AI will work on our Fridays. I could understand that, and making sure that people got higher wages so that those 4 days were more beneficial. I could see implementing AI in a way that is beneficial to the human experience. But I don't see going into a space and completely taking it over with AI, displacing people from their jobs, and then saying, oh, it makes things cheaper, when the truth of the matter is, when you displace people from their jobs and they don't have money, purchasing power goes down. So it still doesn't make sense.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Do you believe that
you can't answer
Trump
my question with a
control?
question?
Right, because your question is based on the premise where you believe that Trump is the reason why companies are firing people, and because they want to switch over to AI, and he's responsible for the passing regulations on business and how they conduct business, who they hire and fire, how they want to operate their business. And that's why I have to follow up with a question like, is that your worldview, and where do you get that from?
Was there not a provision attempting to be implemented into the big beautiful bill that said that states could not regulate AI for 10 years? So if you're talking about the fact that was this governmental? Yes. Because of the fact that we have people, right? We have an administration that is highly invested in quote unquote tech bros. Look at his freaking inauguration party, right? He made sure that they live comfortably in this country while the regular and the least of us actually struggle. These people are actively taking away jobs from people. They are taking away income, and then they are going into neighborhoods and implementing data centers that are affecting water flow, affecting the prices of things in their country, in their communities. It is emitting toxic shit. So with that being said, you are talking about the fact that you think it makes more sense to implement danger and harm onto people to make things cheaper. But if you implement danger and harm onto people, you have less people because now people are sicker. More people are going to unalive, and then people are not making money. So now purchasing power is down. Then you have to think about the fact that everything is going up. And then you're talking about a lack of regulation. I don't necessarily understand how all of these correlate to a positive outcome.
Well, because I think your worldview is pretty, pretty negative in my opinion. But at the end of the day, it's like if people are given free will, They're given free space to make good and bad decisions. That's what you're seeing play out is human nature. Corporations are greedy. People, I think human beings are very self-interested. And so that's the issue that you're looking at. You can't put all of that blame on on the leader of the country. I think that's, kind of very reductive. But at the end of the day, it's like I can choose to use AI in my business to, like you said earlier, pay more for my people and have them work less. I can choose to do that. But at the same time, if the tech is there and I'm a big company and I want to just downsize my workforce, I can also choose to do that as well. And I don't think that he's necessarily against, passing on something down the road if we see that is an issue to change the policy. So that has yet to be seen.
But
But
here's my
I
question.
know that
Why should we
it's
implement
possible.
harm first? Why should we implement harm first and then
Again,
harm
you're
reduction
putting a
later?
narrative
That
that there
doesn't
is
make
harm. I
sense.
disagree that
That's
there is
not a
harm. I
narrative. If we're
disagree that there's
talking
harm.
about AI
Yeah,
data centers that are in neighborhoods that are causing people to not be able to have clean running water in the richest country in the world, there are millions of people who don't have clean running water. We're talking about the
okay.
fact
Let
that
me ask you this: Who
Kevin
allowed them
O'Leary
to
is
put the
about to
data
Okay,
centers
literally
in the
buy.
neighborhood?
hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, I'm back. All right. The Bubs has been helped. I'm back. Okay. All right. Let's breathe a little bit. We're going to take a breather. I'm going to do just a brief commercial break. All right. And then we're going to come back to the conversation. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. My kid called. All right. He needed help with something. So I had to give him that help. All right. So let's continue on, guys. All right, let me see. I have quite a few things that I think I missed. All right, over on the super chats, thank you so much to Illumine Cortex for the $5 super chat. Illumine said, "This guy is insufferable. My dog is smarter than him. Hate and racism has rotted his brain cells." That was for that previous guy. Okay, yeah, that young boy. So there's that. Thank you so much, Illumine. Appreciate you, friend. Also, Wesley sent a $5 super chat and said, "Caller, show me on the dog where the fraud touched you." That had to be for the last guy because he was ridiculous. And Flo Easy sent 5 and said, "Wish I could send more. Our sister is preaching." Yes, Political is preaching. That's why you should check out the links in her bio. All right, and show her some love. All right, Maz, if we could, can we please get her links up running in a poll here? Also, once we have them there, can we get them posted over there on the tube side of things and show her all of the love? And Phoenix, shout out to you for the 5. Phoenix sent 5 and said, "Shit, I joined today at the right time. Caller is getting absolutely cooked, fried, charbroiled, and seared. This was a Michelin star cook." It was. I could hear you. You were doing a great job. Proud of you, friend. All right. Also, Butch Cavendish sent 10 and said, "Erica, hire this sister because she's on fire." Okay. All right. Cool. Got it. Also, Phoenix, shout out to you again. Caller, I'm in IT. AI is not free. Know how it was created by billionaires pirating the collective works of humanity. You know nothing. Shout out to Phoenix dropping through with the knowledge. Shout out to you all for the super chats. You guys are friggin' awesome. Also, let me see here. Now I've lost my place in society. Here we go. Okay, where are we at? There we go. All right, shout out to Elizabeth. Okay, Elizabeth. All right, that's for something else. I'm doing something for Swan too. So let me see here. Miss Penny, thank you so much for the 50. Miss Penny said, "Please send your new co-host $25 for the excellent job in cooking this maggot. Tell her to remember to breathe." Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Political, do you have Venmo or PayPal?
I do have PayPal.
Okay, all right, awesome. So I'll get that over to you. What's your PayPal?
It is Watch My Smoke ATL.
Watch My Smoke ATL. PayPal. Boom. I just had to put that in the chat. If Ahmad could copy that and put that inside of a poll for us, like a poll that lasts for like 35 minutes, one that lasts long so you don't have to keep doing it. But Watch My Smoke ATL is the PayPal. All right, let's do that. And is it the same thing on Cash App?
Cash App is AJ Miller 3309.
AJ Miller 3309.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. There we go. Put that in the chat too. All right, Neely, thank you for starting that poll, friend. Okay, all right. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are fucking awesome. Keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. Thank you all so very much. All right, let's go ahead and knock out the rest of the tiaras. Continue to share and repost the live, and let's get those likes up over 300,000 likes. So let's tap. The screen is 1,200 of us up here on TikTok, so I know that we can do it. Also over on the tube, let's keep doing all of the good things, guys. We have about 600 people there, so fantastic. Let's get those likes over 300. And if you're new here, please do subscribe. Oh, by the way, if you're on TikTok and you're not subscribed to Political Unicorn, by all means do so. So make sure that you tap on her profile picture here on her box. I hate saying that, but tap on her profile picture here and make sure that you are in fact following her. Let's keep doing all of the good things. And thank you all so very much for your kindness, for your generosity. All is appreciated and most definitely accepted. Okay, let's get back into it here.
Also, Amanda, thanks for the 10, and Kate, thanks for the 1. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Shout out to you guys. Drop those hearts in the chat. Okay, so caller, I heard you all talking about basically AI regulation. I did hear that part. And it piqued my interest because you're okay with Donald Trump deregulating AI because you know that Biden in 2023 put AI controls in place so that it wouldn't run as rampant and unyielded as it currently is. You are aware of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so why is it okay that you are like you're supporting Donald Trump's need to basically allow disinformation to run rapid, get rid of safety testing because we've seen what Grok can do when it's left unchecked. We also we're trying to expand the rapid development of it and secure that dominance throughout the globe. But yet again, we have thousands upon thousands of American citizens losing their jobs, and also thousands upon thousands of Americans, seeing higher energy bills because of these data centers, and also not having clean water, low water pressure. Why are you okay with this? I want to get down to the meat.
I'm not okay. I'm not. I mean, obviously, I'm human, just like you guys, and I'm not okay with anyone suffering. But I do know, like, with any new technology that comes out, you're going to encounter issues. I don't think that was probably known prior to, or maybe I'm naive for believing that. But if you also think about the fact that, before we had the internet, there were certain jobs that existed. And after we had the internet, and, before we had computers, there had only people using typewriters and all types of stuff. So technology is always going to disrupt, and it's going to cause people to lose jobs. But if you look at statistically, there's more jobs that the internet created versus what it took away. And I think that the same thing is going to happen with AI. So you are going to see a pullback in the job market, but I do believe that you're going to see that come back and there are going to be more jobs created because the innovation it's a compounding innovation. Just like there's a law that every year the technology increases twice as what it was the year before, and I think that as tech gets cheaper and cheaper, we'll be able to create better and better things, and new jobs and new things will come about. So I think that we're going to have some suffering right now because and we're still working out some of the kinks. Now, why do I still believe that we should take the gloves off a little bit on regulations? Because again, we have other countries that we're competing with that maybe don't have regulations in certain ways. The only thing I will say that I liked about what China did regulation wise is they made it so that companies were not allowed to fire people on the basis of just trying to replace them with automated AI. So so I think that we could adopt a policy like that. I think that was a good idea. But in
Trump
all,
is deregulating it though. So that's the thing. I want you to listen to this for just a moment. I want you to listen to this because the people who have created this, who are pushing it forward, who are benefiting from it, like Sam Altman, they have warned us about the dangers of it. They know the dangers. They just don't care because they benefit from it. See, they're going to have their safety net, their billions of dollars to fall back on, while Americans simply work in these company towns and pay all of their money back into these corporations. That's what's going to happen here. It's not going to be a thing where more jobs are created, because how many people do you think are needed to staff a data center? 15 to 20 tops. More than that
okay.
need jobs. But hold on, I want you to
No,
hear
I mean,
Sam Altman. You're
yeah.
going to hear them. Hold on one moment, please. Thanks.
Like maybe not quite what you're asking. This is like a very human-centric version of that question. People talk about the most personal shit in their lives to ChatGPT. It's, people use it, young people especially, like use it as a therapist, a life coach, having these relationship problems. What should I do? And right now, if you talk to a therapist or a lawyer or a doctor about those problems, there's like legal privilege for it. Like there's doctor-patient confidentiality, there's legal confidentiality, whatever.
This isn't one. I wanted to talk about the one where he literally
I know exactly
said
what you're talking about, though.
You know exactly what I'm talking about? Where he basically called it like extremely dangerous and that it would take out humanity.
No, I mean, I study the thing extensively, so I can tell you everything. But listen, right? I mean, guns are dangerous, So at the end of the day, it's like you can say, well, we don't want any American to have guns.
That's a false equivalency.
The criminal's still going to have one, right? So
that's a false equivalency.
What I'm trying to because what I'm trying to say is that there's other countries out there who's going to continue pushing the envelope on AI and creating autonomous warfare and development of AI. So if you want to compete with them, you got to get on board or not, and you already have countries like Japan that are way more advanced than America technology-wise for years, and they're just pulling way further ahead. It's like, at what point is America? There's places in America that looks like it's still in the Stone Age, man. So at what point in time are we going to try to catch up with technology? But there's going to be some suffering that comes along with that, and people have to have some measure of adaptation and strong will, and I think that's ideally the American way. Like I myself, I'm not American. I came from another country, and
what are we talking about right now?
I came here and I had to adapt. I came from a socialist country, so I know a lot of people in my home country from France that living off the government. I'm not going to bore you to death with that, but all I can just say is that living off the government doesn't create people who are
I hate this narrative of people who are living off the government. You all speak about people living off the government when it's a small percentage of people who may abuse the system. But is it worth it? So, like, for example, all right, there are 46 million people who receive the SNAP benefit program, which is to eat food, right? That's what they do. That's what the SNAP benefit is. It gives people a monthly allowance so that they can eat food, right? So with that being said, all right, if we find out that there's 1 million people, all right, abusing this system that are taking advantage of the SNAP program, all right, does that negate the need of the remaining 45 million people? No, then why do we act like we care about people taking advantage of it? It does not take away that there is a need for this program. And then also, when it comes to AI, I want to finish this. I really do. When it comes to AI is literally making people dependent upon it. All right, people. All right. And I don't want to say you, but there are people who seriously cannot critically think, who can't write a paper, who don't know what the ALA and the MLA citing process is, simply because of the fact that they use ChatGPT for everything. Matter of fact, guys, we actually have a new sticker in place. It says Claude can't save you. Claude can't save you, because that's what's happening here, is that people are becoming reliant on ChatGPT and all of those things to actually have conversations, to interact in the world, and it's simply not the way in which it should be. It shouldn't be that way.
I agree.
We are losing our ability to critically think.
I know. I I agree with that. I don't think anybody should be relying on anything. Like I said, these are just tools. Just like it's like a gun is a tool. Shouldn't rely on that. Shouldn't rely on AI. Shouldn't rely on your computer. I think people should be more self-reliant. It's all about how you use it. The problem is that humanity is not spiritually evolved enough for the technology that we have. That's a greater problem. It has nothing to do with just blaming the administration. That's my only problem with that. It's like people get very reductive, but when you look at the problem, the real problem is humanity's lack of spiritual evolution. Just like when we discovered nuclear, capability, we didn't decide to go ahead and say, hey, we're going to create renewable energy with it. We decided we're going to make a bomb, and just like with AI, instead of saying, hey, how can we make it so that we can make people's lives easier, develop new drugs and stuff like that, or treatment protocols, or make smarter doctors, or things of that nature to lower the cost of healthcare and everything down. You're finding that more people are using it for self-interested purposes. So for me, it's a human thing. I don't see it as just, oh man, it's this guy's fault. You know what I mean? And I'm personally not against for more regulation if it benefits the common good, in the sense that it lowers down corporate greed expression. But
that's not going to
happen.
At the same
time, it's not going to happen. And because, look, first of all, and one thing I think it's not going to happen under any administration, because there's enough data to show that these people, they're gonna look out for their friends and family. Like, it doesn't matter who's up there.
Donald Trump is not going to be regulated. I don't mean to talk over you. I'm gonna be honest, you're kind of long-winded. But here's the deal, right? The thing is that Donald Trump just signed, all right? He just signed an order, right, that basically makes it so that agencies cannot require a license or pre-approval for AI products. And you know what that means? That means that even if they wanted to, they're barred from doing so. So that means that they can just take people's intellectual property, all right? And also, they don't have to get any type of approval prior to putting these AI products on the market. So that's not okay. Again, this is just like capitalism, all right? It is unregulated, all right? It is unyielding, and is wildly out of control. That's all that it is. And you're okay with that. So what it is that you think that you would be okay with is never going to happen, because we have Donald Trump in place, putting parameters such as this into law, and there's nothing that any of us can do about it.
Yeah, there is something that we can do about it.
What's that? What can we do about it?
For me personally, I have used the technology to create multiple things for myself and my family. And I'm talking about businesses, ways to make money autonomously, trading. There's so much you can do with it. You have to just adapt to whatever the situation is.
Like I said, everyone has that skill. That is the thing, I think, that which you're not understanding. All right. I think you're taking this from a very individualistic, and I'm just going to say it, selfish standpoint. You're viewing this simply from I did this, I did that. Not everyone has the ability to do that. All right. And
I understand that, but I don't.
You understand that.
I'm not.
If you understand that, then why you keep talking about yourself then?
Because I want to let people know that there is a way that it's not being taught to them. That I want them to think differently. I don't want to keep pushing a narrative that there's nothing we can do.
May I ask a question?
Sure, by all means.
Okay, because I feel like you have this idea that you want to change lives and you want to do all of these things. Can you tell me where can the American people sign up for the class that you funded to make sure that they are able to invest? And what kind of investment are you putting into those people to make sure that when they lose their jobs, they're able to go into this line of business that you're talking about? Because see, you coming up here preaching to us and telling us what people should do in their darkest moment, I would imagine that you are deciding to be a savior in this moment. So I would ask you, the investment that you have created, the business plan that you have created to make sure that people can function in this line of business, can you tell us how we can access that?
Yeah, I mean, I've helped people around
So
me.
there was no
I've
investment.
not.
You don't have to give me a
I never
long-winded
made. I
excuse.
never made
There is no
myself a
investment.
public figure. I never.
Right. So
Well, you
then
asked me a
my
question. You
question to
cut
you
me
would
off.
be, why do you feel the need to come up here
So
and tell everybody else what to do when you don't know
because
what's going on in their
there's a huge
pockets, when
platform
you
here of
aren't
people, and
investing in
this is a
those
good
same people?
opportunity to do that versus just saying, hey, there's no other way, we're effed because we have this guy in charge. I think it's a very lazy way of thinking about things. So
I think
like
it's a
look for
lazy way
solutions.
of
Like what
thinking when you
solutions have
come
you
onto a
offered?
panel.
What solutions have you offered based on what's going on? What are you going to
Right. So
do? Because
I
you're
work
not going
with,
to stop the
I
forward movement
actually,
of AI. You're not going to stop the forward movement of cryptocurrency. So what are you going to do?
So
How are you
just
going to
lay down
instruct
and
people?
take it. But you just said that you have a way for people that they may not know about, but yet you haven't made any steps to share that knowledge with the actual world.
I
That's what
can,
you've
but I
done.
didn't. But you told me I
Then
was
do it.
long-winded. You told me I was long-winded. You talked too much. So
You are
I can tell you
long-winded.
whatever you
You're
want to
not
know.
sharing it with the world here. She did ask you a very specific question. What is the class? How come you haven't started the class to teach people this? How come you're not advertising this class to people?
First of all,
thing.
first of all, I'm on someone else's platform. I'm not just going to advertise things, but I do have a website where I do this. Another reason
Didn't
is
you just ask him about this political?
First of all, another thing is
I did.
that it's very saturated. All you got to do is just YouTube this or Google it. It's not that.
Again,
it's not like
here's
it's
the
not
thing.
rocket
People
science.
don't know what
It's
they
not
don't
rocket
know.
science,
So there's that part.
Google.
Also, there are people.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
so sorry. You are extremely privileged, and it's starting to piss me off. Okay, what you don't understand.
We are all privileged to be in
again,
America
is that
to just
people.
use Google
No
and look
shit,
things up for
Sherlock.
free.
No shit, Sherlock. However, the thing is, there are still people who don't know what they don't know. All right, if they don't know about
that's
it,
why
then
we
what
got to
the
tell
fuck
them
is it that
instead
they're
of just
going to
saying that
Google?
there's no way.
Are you serious? If they don't know something, then what is exactly that they're going to be Googling? That's the thing that you all don't think about. What are they supposed to Google?
How do you use AI? What's the cheapest way I can start it? I only have $200. What do I do? Ask questions, man.
Good
you shall
grief.
find, right?
Sir, we are working with a population where the literacy rates are at what? On average at a sixth grade level? Like, be serious. That's why Political did ask you a very fair question.
AI can talk to you and tell you
doing?
everything, bro. You don't need to
What
read
you're
anything.
doing.
That's why I say it's all excuses.
Good grief. It's not all excuses. Again, here you go. You're speaking from a privileged standpoint. You really need to reevaluate what it is that's doing. And then also another thing is that you have to understand that AI is in fact taking jobs. Everyone can't be a business owner, because if everyone's a business owner, then who's ringing up the groceries? Oh, that's right, a computer. All right, then who's cleaning the hallways? Oh, that's right, a robot. Be fucking for real. Like, be serious. Like, oh, who's delivering the packages? Oh, that's right, a drone.
You can multitask.
So think about this. Everyone can't be a business owner. Everyone can't be a business owner, sir.
When I'm saying being a business owner, I'm not talking about having a whole. First of all, if you have AI, you have. My daughter works at Chick-fil-A, bro. Right? She's 16, works at Chick-fil-A. She has.
The robot's gonna take her
job. She has like 17
soon.
AIs right now that helps her with like creating YouTube content and things of that nature, and it's making her money while she's got work somewhere. So like that's you don't just have to be that person that's just working and a Chick-fil-A and you're complaining about the boss or whatever, and then not doing nothing on your end to get yourself out that situation. That's all I'm saying. Or
I'm sorry. Can I address two things that you said?
Just talk to him.
Two things that you said make absolutely no damn sense. First of all, if a person has $200 and that's all they have to invest in a business, and they still have rent, gas prices are through the roof, healthcare prices are through the roof, food prices are going up, all of those different things. You're telling them to take the $200 that they need to make sure the lights are on, to make sure that they invest in a business, to make some random dude on YouTube feel confident about the country. Secondly,
obviously you'd pay all the bills first, then you say, hey,
got you.
I got
Secondly,
$200. What do I do with it?
You didn't say extra. And if you there's no extra when you
that's implied. That's implied.
How do you have an extra $200 when you don't have residual income coming in? That's number one. Number two, you specifically just said, and you just made the point. You said my daughter uses AI to be able to build YouTube content and she makes money off of that. That's her side hustle. But she goes to an actual brick and mortar building to make her main income. Those are the
Dude, she
jobs
hasn't
that are
even got
being
her first
replaced by
paycheck
a. I'm
from that. That was
sorry,
3
sir.
weeks
I'm so
ago. I gave
sorry.
her.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
I'm
the one
so
He's
sorry.
that
saying now.
funded
I'm
her business,
so
Hey,
sorry.
sir, like,
bro.
calm it
It
down.
only takes the $50
Hey,
to run her
excuse me,
business every month.
caller.
Come
You're
on
you're
now.
at a 10. We're gonna need you to get back to a 5. Like, you need to calm it down. Thanks, appreciate
Yeah.
you.
All right. My
Political,
bad.
please continue. Thank you.
So if we're losing the brick and mortar jobs and people are being displaced by robots, right? And you're talking about the fact that your daughter is has a side hustle versus the fact that she has a main job, and people are losing their main jobs. You're telling them solely to depend on a side hustle. So you just made the point for us. That doesn't make
No,
sense.
it didn't.
Everything that you're saying, you're contradicting yourself. How does a person who doesn't have a job supposed to take $200, invest in a business that may give them a return, may or may not give them a return, and the $200 that they just invested is their light bill for next month, is their food money for next month, is their water bill for next month? That's not an extra $200. That's $200 that a person needs to survive. So what you're doing right now, again, like Erica said, is you're speaking from a place of privilege, and you're trying to make that the narrative for everyone else who is not in the same, who doesn't doesn't have access to the same resources that you do. And you sound absolutely ridiculous. You sound extremely tone deaf.
And
Well,
again, you have to
listen,
think
man.
about the
It,
unregulated AI that's happening, especially in industries like in our military industry and also in the tech industry, because without regulations on those, they can pretty much do whatever it is they want to do. Like the Trump administration, we already know that the reason why, Anthropic, I think that's how you pronounce it, why Sam Altman's company didn't get the contract, but Peter Thiel's company did get the contract with the Department of Defense, was because Sam Altman's company at the time, because now they are, all right, didn't want to actually use their AI to spy on American citizens. They didn't want to do that. All right. So that's what they didn't want to do. But now we have Planeteer who is okay with doing so. Even though they're telling us that they're not, right? They're going to be doing it. So it's like, what exactly is it that we are fucking doing here? Like, seriously, it's not as easy as
because
you think it is for everybody. All right. And then also, without regulations, okay, AI is literally going to be in our home. It's already in our homes, guys. Let's not be
yeah,
obtuse.
that's true.
It's already in our homes, but it's going to be in our
There's no
homes,
privacy left
all
anymore
right,
anyway.
with
So
no regulation whatsoever. And I think that that's a problem. Why don't you?
I do think it's a problem, but there's nothing you can do about not having privacy anymore. You never had privacy anymore. Like your Wi-Fi, you realize your Wi-Fi can track you in your house. You know, like you're just having a smartphone, you have no more privacy anymore. So the future is digital currency that you can turn on and off. It's AI everywhere in your car, your lights everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. Just like nothing can do about that. So instead of complaining about it, because it doesn't matter if this administration or the next one, that's full control from the system is coming to you. And the reason why is because the money is the problem. The main thing that you don't want to talk about on the stage right now is the problem. The money is screwed up. It was screwed up when it got off the gold standard, and it's the money that's constantly losing value. It doesn't matter who's putting it in power, it's constantly losing value, and they're going to need to control you in the future in order to keep you in line, because you're going to start revolting. Okay, so at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about that. So what can you do is say, okay, what I'm going to do, this is a situation, what can I do to make myself and my family survive it? That's all you can do, and teach as many people as you can of what you know, and each one teach one, man. That's all you can do. Like you're not gonna be able to win against the system. Doesn't matter who's in the power. Like when Obama came in, everybody thought everything was going to change. It didn't change nothing, especially for black people. I'm black. It didn't do nothing for me. I didn't know how to manage money back then, and I was broke. And it doesn't matter who was in power. You're always going to be broke if you don't go ahead and learn new skills and ideas and try to adapt to the situation. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So for me, I understand, all right, adapting to the situation. We have to adjust and adapt. All right. However, the thing is just like with capitalism, we should not be okay living in a system, all right, that is meant to oppress us. We shouldn't be okay with that. We should fight back against it. And that's why we say that AI, in fact, does need regulation. What it sounds like you've done is you pretty much just like laid down and be like, okay, you know what? It's going to happen anyway. There's nothing I can do. Might as well take it. No. We should fight back against this. All right. We should not allow, all right, these billionaires, these people with these weird ass ideologies that simply think that we're in some type of sci-fi movie, all right, to have all of this power, all of this control to where they can do and create whatever it is they want, all right, to be as invasive as possible, to have us shackled to to this system, all right, that they want us to participate in. We really shouldn't allow it. Right? We shouldn't be deregulating privacy laws. We shouldn't be doing that. We really, really shouldn't be darn on allowing them to spy on us. We shouldn't be okay with that. Hey, I don't like the idea of just laying down and taking it is the issue here.
Yeah.
And we should have
agree,
people in office, all right, who want to regulate this. We shouldn't be supporting politicians who have the power of the pen, all right, and also the power of the purse that are okay with this, who are benefited from it. You should be wanting to fight against it and get people in office who are going to stand up to it. Why aren't you?
Right.
I'm trying to understand why aren't you? Why are you okay with this shit? That don't make no sense.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay with a lot of things in life, but that doesn't mean that I can change it, myself or the people who talk a big game about it are not really doing anything. They're more like internet warriors.
Political,
so at the end of the day, it's like people talk a big game, they don't really have a real solution, and they can't really control what the billionaires are the ones that make the platform we're using right now. Like these very same people, and it's like, okay, we're going to change it, but we're going to use their platforms and use their communications. Like, come on, it's crazy, guys. It's not going to happen.
I'm sorry, sir. What you're participating in is ought fallacy, right? Just because something is does not mean that it ought to be. So when you are talking about, oh well, this is how it's been. No, the issue. What we should be talking about are solutions to be able to fix the issue, not allowing the issue to get get deeper and further down the road. We're so far down in a rabbit hole that we can't get out of. If we're talking about the fact that even Goldman Sachs is saying that in the next decade, we could lose up to 300 million jobs, right? We're talking about the fact that we have studies that show that 92 million jobs could be lost in the next 7 years. You are not thinking about the fact that even when these jobs are lost, what is the next step? Because what we see right now is that we have a job market that was thriving in the previous administration, and now unemployment is up. So if they're taking money right now in a space where we were able to create jobs, then what are they going to do when jobs have actually been vanquished?
You don't have to preach to me about it. I'm awake. I'm noticing. I know how to read. I can hear when CEO said in a couple of years there won't be any jobs. People won't be working. So the question should be, if someone's saying that there in a couple of years that people won't be working, the question is, what are we going to be doing? How are people going to have a sense of purpose and all these things like that? So, I mean, trust me, I listen to all of that, but at the same time, it's like watching a big wave coming your direction and you're not able to stand against it. So my solution is trying to teach people how to, use the financial market that exists now. It sucks, it's horrible, and know what good debt and bad debt is. Learn about spirituality, learn about helping the next person next to you, learn about farming, getting in communities of like-minded people and doing something for yourself and your family. And yeah, if the administration that's in is allowing me to make more money trading, because when the person says, oh, this, and then I know what it's how the market's gonna react to it, and I can make money, and then I can go and help other people and myself, my family. For me, it's good, So I don't know. Like for me, I see data centers. I can invest into it. I can make money that way. There's nothing I can do. I can't change the data center that they're going to build.
Wait, time out. So you're wanting to teach people. You want to teach people how to make all this money. but the money that you're going to use, you're going to invest in data centers and not people. So at the end of the day, you still don't have a
Oh,
solution.
come on,
You're
man.
actually investing in the demise of
That's just an
people. When you're
example,
investing in
man.
data
That's just an
centers,
example,
when you're investing in data centers, you're investing in the demise of
bro.
people. You're talking about teaching
That's
people
an
all of these things, but you still haven't told us how we get access
example,
to this investment that you're putting out so
bro.
that we can start
That's
these
an
businesses.
example. Okay, that's an
Where's the
example.
investment?
First of all,
So
okay. Well, for example, right? Another example, because you try to like, I see. Well, listen. First of all, you have the data centers. There are places that they won't allow them to make it, right? Because there's laws now that are being passed to block certain data centers being built different places. So what you have is you have some of these companies. Forget which one it is, if it's Anthropic or OpenAI or whatnot. But you are actually it's Anthropic. So you're actually able to reach out to them and put a little mini data center in your home, okay? And they'll pay you $1,000 a month to do that. So like that's an opportunity to make some money right there. You know, that lower the cost of your rent or your mortgage or whatever. Or maybe you can get a property exclusively for that purpose.
no,
You know, and put multiple units in there. I don't know,
no.
but you can do that. You can invest in the S&P 500 or whatever, and you know, diversify
Privilege
your
as fuck,
investment.
bro. Privilege as fuck. I was gonna go over to like
Come
freedom
on.
cities with you. No, I really was. I was gonna go over freedom cities because that's exactly what this is leading to. They actually have one in Honduras. All right, founded by the PayPal mafia is what they call them, Peter Thiel and them. All right, where in Honduras they have this city that is unregulated, no laws, because the corporation actually controls everything. So there's no democracy. All right, what it is that pretty much the company sets the tone for policing. They set the tone for who's in control, like in regards to government. And there's like, they set the tone for workplace regulation. That's a freedom city. And what happens in these freedom cities, because that's what they're trying to do here in the United States of America. This might be a bit off topic, but that's what the push towards Greenland was for, so that we can get those minerals, so that we can build these data centers. All right. So that we can then have people pretty much working for these companies. All right. And again, any money that you get from your paycheck, all right, circulates right back to that company, because the company not only, all right, owns the town, they also own the house in which you live in. All right. They also own the car that you're driving. All right. They also own the grocery store that you shop at. They own the clothing store that you shop at. All right. All of that money, all right, so on and so forth, just goes right back to the company. And that's what they want. They don't want Americans owning anything. That is a real life danger, all right, of AI
Right.
and what it's doing. All right. And right
Yeah.
now in real time, we can see that the oh my God, the noise levels that come from these things are leading people to have illnesses, auditory illnesses, all right, and also making them physically sick. All right. We see that in Memphis. We also see down in Georgia where people don't have access to clean water anymore, and their water pressure is low, and it's costing them money because in order to get clean water, to get their water pressure back to a semblance of normal, all right, they have to spend thousands of dollars to dig a well on their own property. That's what they're having to do. We also, again, see it where electricity costs are extremely, like exponentially on the rise throughout the United States, and more so in cities and towns and counties where they have these data centers. They're not good for society. They're not good for the darn on environment. They're simply not good.
Agree.
And for
And
you agree, but to have this thought is that, well, I'm going to take advantage of it while I
you have to.
can.
What else
No,
you gonna
you
do?
don't have to take advantage of it. There
You
is a
do. You got
fucking
to take
difference
advantage
between
of it.
using AI to help you understand how to run a business versus using AI to decide and decipher every single part of your life.
Okay.
And that is what's happening. They're
let me
making
ask you
people
something.
dependent upon it. They don't want us to own anything. All right. It's not okay. You should be fighting against it. If you're not okay with it, fight against it.
Okay. Let me ask you this: Why do you think that they're creating all these data centers for?
Doesn't matter why they're creating the data centers.
Yes,
What
it does
is the
matter. It
actual
really does
impact of it?
It does. It no. Well, here. I know the impact is horrible, right? We all agree with that. We knew that with electric lines around your house. Nobody want to live next to electric lines. So we had people living on electric for years. Okay, that's not the point. The point is the reason why I'm asking you what is data centers. What's the point of it? Because if you understand that, you understand it's never going to go anywhere. They want all these data centers so that they can control people and control their. They need to collect as much data on American citizens, and they got to put all that data somewhere to process it and do stuff with it. So it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, and the Democratic Party is not speaking out against it or not doing anything against it. They're complacent with it. They're complicit with it. And America behind the scenes is working with China. Like the president is just a puppet figure. It doesn't matter who's in there. Like they're going to do the stuff anyways. You know what I mean? So like, what are you going to do against that?
That's a lie. To say that the Democratic Party isn't against it would be a lie. All right. Joe Biden, as a Democratic president, actually, again, put forth legislation to regulate AI. And what did Donald Trump do? Twice. He undid that regulation, once in 2025 and just again last week in June of 2026. All right. He has deregulated that industry. He even tried again, as Political mentioned earlier, he tried to put a provision within the big, beautiful bill, all right, that thankfully didn't go through, but yet he's found another way to do it, to deregulate AI. Okay. And the only reason why it didn't go through in regards to the big ugly bill is because of the Democratic House and the Democratic Senate, all right, getting it out of there. So there's that. So the Democrats there did that. All right. We have Elizabeth Warren speaking out against it. We have even Cory Booker, Bernie Sanders. All right. All of these people speak out against it. Okay, so don't say that the Democratic Party is okay with this unregulation, this unregulated market, and also a dysregulation of it. It's not okay.
Well, yeah, but to me, it's like I just look at it as a circus show, because it's like it's always when the power that's not in power at that time is always against something that's bad for humanity, and the one that's in gets blamed. And then when the roles reverse and it's now the Democrats in there, then the Republicans going to say, oh, that's so bad, but they're still going to push forward and make the thing happen anyways. So like I try to see the bigger game, the bigger picture. It's going to happen anyways, you know, like all you can do is try to get yourself and your family in the best places possible and try to help as many people around you, you know, but I try not to, I don't know, like you can't just blame everything on Trump and say this is the issue, you know, if it's just his fault.
But Trump has stuff on Trump. Trump is the one that's doing it. He is the one he signed the proclamation deregulating it. So there's that. You are simply just stringing words together and hoping that something sticks, because Trump is the one who has dysregulated it. I'm sorry, deregulated it. Go ahead, Political. My apologies.
I just wanted to clarify what you were saying earlier. And what she was referring to is EO 14110, safe, secure, and trustworthy development of use of artificial intelligence. And the provisions in it basically required developers of certain AI models that could pose national security risks to share safety test results and other information with the federal government under authorities such as the Defense Production Act. It directed the NIST to develop AI safety and security standards, called for guidance on AI-generated content, authentication, and watermarking, ordered agencies to address AI's impacts on privacy, civil rights, consumers, workers, and national security, and directed federal agencies to study and prepare for labor market impacts from AI. And that comes directly from the Federal Register, October 30th, 2023.
Okay. That would be Biden's regulation of it.
Which is fine, but again, like we got to understand here that AI has been used since 2000. You know, since the 2000s, they had it back in 1995. It's not new.
But
you know
even
what I mean?
we understand that. I mean, we've had AI in our cars for forever. We get that AI exists. We're talking about unregulated use of AI, which we are having right now. All right. Like Elon Musk is trying to build a robot army. We've all seen iRobot. I know it might sound funny, but that shit is dangerous. We know that is dangerous. We know it is dangerous when the government has way too much control, because what you end up with is authoritarianism. Okay? Where people can't do anything without the government watching. So, like, it's not funny. It's simply not funny.
Okay,
Especially
so
when we've had people, especially around, what was it, like 2015, 2013, 2016, pretty much until fucking Donald Trump was elected again in 2024, all of the AI guys, like Altman, like Musk, like Thiel, all of them preached against the unregulated use of AI. They know how dangerous it is.
Mhm.
They know it.
Yeah, but
You know it. So why do you all continue to
okay.
push for it? Nothing you said
All
here
right,
thus
I'll tell
far
you
has
why.
been satisfactory, because it doesn't make any sense. You are okay with the destruction of humanity, because that's exactly what
I'm
it's going to
not.
lead to. It's not
I'm not.
okay.
But
Think about what you're going to
that's
say. I need to read these off, though, because it's been a minute.
go ahead.
Thank you to Wesley for the $20. Wesley said, this man is obnoxious. We don't need to lead in AI, period. We need to be first in education. That is how you build a civilization. That is how you pick people up out of poverty. So instead of funding AI, fund education. I actually agree with you. But they don't give a fuck about education. Why? They can just use Claude, and darn gone Claude will tell them the wrong answer. So there's that part. That's why these kids don't know how to research right now. Fuck the kids. It's not even the kids. That's why the adults don't know how to research. They rely too heavily on darn gone AI. Can't string together a coherent sentence because you're expecting darn gone ChatGPT to do it for you. It's ridiculous. Also, S. Dizzy Do Right. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. S. Dizzy said, this dude over here raging with the machine instead of against it. Exactly. At the end of the day, I prefer talking to a person every day over a robot or a computer. And we got to get everyone on that. Exactly. That fucking part. Shout out to Wesley. Shout out to SDZ Do Right. And shout out to Phoenix for the 5. Phoenix said the AI CEOs are all obsessed with turning this tech into a damn religion. I highly recommend looking into Vox's article on AI and transhumanism. Oh my God, transhumanism is wild. These is not just a religion thing, though. It's not that. What it is that they want to do, Phoenix, all right, is they pretty much want to live fucking forever. All right. They want to do everything possible, use AI to help them in regards to science so that they can live forever. It is the weirdest shit ever. Matter of fact, we might go over that article tonight if we get a lull. So there's that. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, S. Dizzy Do Right. And thank you, Wesley, for the love over there. All right. Let me add 15 to this here. All right. So far we're at 45. We're at 45. And want to shout out, let me make sure. Okay. Want to shout, actually, it's going to be 50. So we're at 50. We're halfway, and I'll put it back on the screen in just a moment. Shout out to Amanda for the 5. Amanda said, boot him. Boot him. Okay, Amanda. Noted. We're close. We're close. And also, Rachel sent 5 and said, as someone with autism and chronic illness, I struggle just to get out of bed some days. And this guest expects me to teach myself a new skill on top of working a job. The privilege is off the charts. Exactly, Rachel. And that's what he doesn't understand. All you got to do is Google it, friend. Just Google it. That's all you got to do. Just Google it. The fuck? You got one more motherfucking time to laugh. I swear to God. Like, seriously, it's not funny. Not everyone has the capabilities, all right, to learn a new skill. All right. You are speaking from a place of hyper individualism. That's what you're speaking
I believe in
of.
helping people, though. Like, you can't just, you can't just sit around and blame the government and not, do anything. But you can. But you got to understand what.
Stop asking.
But you got to understand what you can control and what you can't control. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
What I'm not understanding is you are sitting here and you're talking about you need to help people. You're trying to help people, but there are people that are hungry right now, right? There are people that need help with rent right now. There are people that need help with getting their medication right now. So with that being said, let me ask you, if the chat drops their cash apps in the chat, are you going to make sure that all of them eat tonight and then teach them how to start these businesses? No, that's a
Are
very
you?
serious question because I feel like here's my thing.
Are
I'm not the
you?
one offering the service. You are. My
Oh,
question
okay.
to you is
What service
because
are you
see the thing
offering?
is you're talking about trying to play the long game, but at the end of the day, people need help right now. What are you doing to help people right now? Because me, I go to the food bank daily and make sure that I'm packing boxes, even for the people with the MAGA hats on. I'm
Well,
making
that's
sure that the
it.
people in my
Pat
neighborhood
yourself in the
that we
back
make
for
sure
that.
I'm making sure that each night we cook extra and take the pans out to make sure that our neighbors are fed, right?
That's
Those are things that
good.
we do to make
Pat
sure that
yourself
we
in the back
take
for
care
that.
of people right now. So
That's
my
great.
question to you is, you have all of these suggestions on how to make sure people get rich in the long run. What are your suggestions for people right now who are hungry? What are your suggestions for getting the cost of food down? What are your suggestions for making sure that people are not unhoused? What are your suggestions in terms of making sure that education is funded and that every kid has the same quality of education, no matter what city or demographic that they come from? See, what you're talking about right now is a whole bunch of bullshit, because the truth of the matter is AI at the end of the day is it's exactly what the internet is. It's going to be super big right now, and then it's eventually just going to become a part of life. So that's eventually going to be regulated. That's going to be an issue. So if you're talking about long-term gains, and we know that regulation is coming when further administrations come in, then explain to me, knowing that business is probably going to drop when everything is regulated, how the fuck are you helping people in the long run? So you're leaving them hungry right now, and then as regulation comes in, you're letting them know that they're going to fail later. So it sounds to me like you are standing in the middle of failure because you are one, sir.
So this is someone asking the questions and then answering their own questions, putting narratives. Like, I don't get it. Like, you gotta shorten that up for me. Like, you're just
Sir,
talking and
how are
talking.
you
Like,
actually helping people in the
you're just
right
asking
now?
me, hey, are you
That's the
doing this? And you say
question.
you're
Don't
doing
complain
this,
about
and
the
it's like, I don't
question.
get
Just
it.
shorten it up for you. All right. Because I know I know the AI got your tongue. All right. But listen, how are you helping people in the right now? There are people who are hungry right now. There are people who
Okay,
need jobs right
so that's a
now.
question.
How
So
are you helping them in the now?
stop talking. Let me finish. So
Don't.
so
Oh,
how am I
I
helping
know
people
the
right now?
fuck you didn't.
I know you
Sure did,
fucking
but you just
lying.
kept
I'm gonna need
talking.
you
Like,
to
it's
calm
like, why you ask
down.
a question and just
Like,
keep
chill it
going?
out.
Like, that's crazy.
The fuck are we doing here? Thank you, Stephanie, for the galaxy. Guys, 56. So that means we have 44 to go. 44 to go. Links are in the bio. Shout out to Taylor. Thank you, Taylor. I just saw it here. Oh, Taylor sent another 5. All right. Taylor said, let me see this. Taylor said, mentally, I can't deal with complacency, privilege, and bootlicking anymore. Kick him, please. We on the way, Taylor friend. Also, Taylor sent another 5 and said, tell this motherfucker ain't itch funny, because ain't nothing funny. There's nothing that is funny about any of this. And
Bro,
I
I
don't know
hope they
why it
keep
is that
giving
you
you
continue
money,
to
man.
laugh. I'm serious. I don't know why you continue to laugh. It does
Because
not
it's
make any
funny. Because
sense.
you asked me a question and let me finish. You just kept going. It's just crazy.
Because you can hear the full question. Do you need to use AI to translate it for you?
Hey,
Is
now
that
you're
what
trying
it
to be
is? Do
condescending.
you
That's
need
okay.
to
Go
use
ahead. It's your
AI?
show. Go ahead.
Now you may speak. You can answer the question now.
Okay, thank you. So basically, I have people that I send money to, and first of all, I hate doing this right here because I believe that when you give somebody, you shouldn't be keeping notes and tracking. Now you're trying to tell other people what you're doing, but I think that's a very low place of living. But I have people in Haiti I send money to. I have people that are single mothers I send money to, and I talk to people regularly about investing in land and learning how to farm and growing your own stuff, owning stuff like that. And if someone has an issue where they have a disability or they, for some whatever reason, they're unhoused or whatever the case may be, and they need help, just reach out to somebody that can help them in that initial phase. I think that there are kind-hearted people around you. You just got to look for it. But if you live in a world where you're manifesting only the fact that, you're going to be a victim mentality and just holding that, I feel like you'll never get nowhere. And for me as a Black person in America, if I had that mindset, I would
The
never
victim
have gotten to where I'm
mentality.
at now. So,
The
My
victim
but
question
I
to
guess
you,
I'm
hold on,
privileged.
because you just said something about farming, which is something I'm pretty close to. My question to you is, if I was going to, let's just say I wanted to go start a farm today, right? When you say start, like the importance of farming, can you tell me what the overhead cost for farming would be per year?
Yeah, if you own the farm, it's going to be very high. But at the end of the
What's the
day, like
number?
if you deal
Give
with
me a number.
if you deal with It depends on the size of your farm. There's so many factors. Some people you work there. There's so many factors. Like you just want to
So
arbitrary
you
numbers.
don't know, you don't understand the
But at the
intricacies
end
of
of the
farming.
day,
Let me
but
ask
at the
you
end of
this
the day,
question: How much does it cost? How much
you have
is?
you
Can
have
I ask you a
local
question?
farmers that you can invest
How much
in,
is? That's
and you
great.
actually
I
be eating
appreciate that.
healthier that way.
So
So I mean, like you
wonderful,
can
and
support
I
local farmers.
appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. My question would be: Can you tell me how much a 20-pound bag of potash is?
I have no clue. I would hire somebody
Got
to
you.
take care
Can
of
you
it.
tell me? Can you
I'll
tell
hire
me?
you
Can
to
you
take
tell
care of
me
it.
how much? Can you tell me how much it costs to process 2 cows?
Oh,
Hey man, I have no clue. Like I'll have somebody
Can
else to
you
take
tell
care
me?
of it.
Can you tell
I'm
me
not
how
gonna
much
lie.
it costs to replace? Can you tell me how much it costs to replace a till blade?
Hey man, like I said, I'll hire you to
Oh,
do it.
okay. So you don't understand the intricacies of farming and you don't understand the financial prospects
I don't
behind
need
it, but
to.
yet and still you're
There's enough
advocating
Mexicans
for
and
it.
black people to
That's
do the
really
job for me. I
interesting.
don't
You
need
say
to
you're a
learn how to do that.
businessman and you're telling me as a
You can
businessman,
just own the business.
a person who says
because you're
that you're
gonna
a
help people with
businessman, you are
farms.
telling me that you think it's not important to understand the financial aspect of how your business works in order for your business to function, but you say you're a businessman? Sir, you're a fraud.
Oh come on, man. Come on. That's a reach, but whatever.
Can I tell you something,
So you're
You know.
telling me if I
caller?
start a farm, oh, go ahead.
Can I tell you something, caller?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I just need to tell you something.
He's saying, I don't hate you. Right. I just hate all of the choices that you make. Because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make. Mm-hmm. That's all. So,
That's all. That's all. That's all. Shout out to y'all. Shout
Amen.
out to y'all, because that motherfucker was getting on my last nerve. All right. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Maze for the $1. Maze said, caller must be so happy to live in such a privileged, nihilistic, apathetic, and desensitized worldview. He was a piece of shit. All right. He simply was a piece of shit. Ivan, thank you for the 5, friend. Ivan said, hi, Erica. We definitely need more education and not AI. AI without regulation would just lead to people being dumber, the destruction of the workforce, and as you stated, the destruction of humanity. I don't understand what this man stands for besides giving me a headache. Exactly. That part. He's selfish as fuck. Also, Taylor sent another 5 and said he talks to women like a fool, which means he talks to his daughter crazy too. I definitely believe it. I believe it. Thank you, Taylor. All right. Also, shout out to Just a Bill. Just a Bill sent 5 and says, sorry, been on vacation, but I'm back and ready to drop kick a motherfucker. I know that's right, Bill. Welcome back, friend. Welcome back, Bill. Also, Mr. Mike. Hey, Mr. Mike sent $3.33 and he has a complaint for me. He said, I'm pretty upsetty spaghetti that you have made me listen to this dildo this whole time. You know what, Mr. Mike? Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you, friend. All right, thank you so very much.
Ron
And
Lichtenstein.
okay, Ron. Hi, Ron. Hold one moment, please. Thank you. Also, over on the tube, shout out to, thank you for the sunshine. I just saw it, but I missed your name. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the sunshine. I appreciate it. And Mr. Wesley sent a $10 super chat and said, caller, respect is earned. You, sir, have not earned our respect. Stop with the nervous laughter. We all have watched you get cooked till you are charcoal. Get a clue, dude. He need to get something. He need to get something, like possibly some fucking experience in the real world. That's what he needs to get, some experience in the real world, because that's not a realistic point of view. If he does not agree with it, then what he should do is he should be fighting against it. Okay, instead of saying, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna learn how to use it." No. Absolutely no. No, I don't care how much you all say AI is the future, what they're doing with these data centers. And the thing about these data centers, guys, I'm sorry for ranting, but these data centers aren't being built, all right, in little nice suburbs, okay? They're being built in rural communities where people are already struggling. And they're also being built in low income cities, all right? They have one. The biggest one is by X, and it is literally Elon's Colossus is right inside of Memphis. Right inside of Memphis. All right. The people who live around it are getting sick because of all the noise that's coming from it. All right, let's be so fucking for real. We have one that they want to build right outside, which is very surprising because my city surprised y'all. I know where I live because I tell y'all I have the videos on my page. But like in the city of Surprise out here in Arizona, they want to build one by Microsoft, right? Arizona don't have no fucking water. All right, the Colorado River cannot sustain that. And like our water costs would go up, so would our electricity costs. And fucking A, we already know that APS, if you live in Arizona, if you know, you know. APS already every single frigging year tries to raise our rates by over 10%. Fortunately, they were able to block it this time around, but good God. Like, bro, we are going to be paying out of the ass for everything. All right. And yes, exactly. They said it in the chat. All right. The average temperature will increase. It's already hot as hell in Arizona. Data centers have to remain cool. Why would you want to build a data center in the middle of the friggin' desert where in the summer we get temperatures upwards of 115 degrees, and some years it's really, really bad. The temperature can be 122. The highest I ever seen it was 126 degrees outside. And they want to build a data center here? That makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. None. I swear to God, they're trying to kill us. They want us gone. This their depopulation effort.
Absolutely.
I lost it.
I actually
Yes, ma'am.
have to drop. There's a city council meeting tonight that I have to attend.
Okay.
But I did want to say something real quick just
Sure.
before I go. I love you so much.
I love
And
you
I am
more.
super duper 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 grateful for you. When I started on this app, nobody really knew who I was. Nobody knew what I could bring to the table. And you have constantly platformed me. Any questions that I've ever had, you've always had my back. And just to have those Black women like you that actually show other Black women like me how possible shit is, has made me really start to invest more into my platform, made me really start to invest more into myself. So I will always be grateful for you. And guys, Black women, Black women's labor isn't free. Please take care of her. Please take care of our lady. But we love you on this app, and I always want to make sure I give you your flowers, even though you have a hard time taking them.
I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so very much. Y'all, please make sure that you're following Political Unicorn. She's absolutely amazing. All right. You got to see it firsthand yourself. So make sure you do all of the good things. And thank you so much for showing her all of the kindness. Y'all are awesome. Also, Taffy sent 5 and said WAJ. All right. So I'm sending you $30. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
You. Thank you so much, Political. You have a great day. You can drop yourself. I don't do
You
that
too.
whole thing. Thank you, friend.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. Also, guys, let's keep it going here. Drop some hearts in the chat for yourselves and drop some more hearts in the chat for Taffy and also for Wesley Pillow. Wesley Pillow said they are trying to put an AI data center near me. I live in one of the most diverse counties in Michigan. I live in a majority minority community. There you go. All right. It can definitely be diverse. It does not have to be poor. All right. But think about where they're putting these goddamn data centers at, guys. It's very strategic. I just want us all to understand that. And guys, drop all of the hearts in the chat. This is the one that did it for us earlier. All right. For that drop all of the hearts in the chat for Nighthawk for sending over that 50. Nighthawk said, tell him he is a performative piece of shit from someone who is helping their community. He can be your fucking victim. Oh, I want to make sure. Did we get the whole thing? I want to make sure. Bum, bum, bum. Did I read that right? Oh, she put a thing in there. Hold on one moment. Oh, I should answer this, huh? I forget. I'm multitasking. They can wait. I think they commented. Okay, yep. What a piece of shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you to Nighthawk. Drop those hearts in the chat. If I don't like something, then if I have a choice, then I'm not going to participate in it or try to take advantage of it. I just want people to understand that. That's the whole thing about it. So we have to, he was a fucking hypocrite. And I ain't like that. But guys, let's keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. Keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, reposting. Let's go ahead and lock out the last 3 of the Flutter, the butterfly faces. I like those. And, we got a live visibility warning. I don't know why I don't know why we got one of those, but let's push through it. So tap that screen. Let's get the likes up to 500,000 likes, guys. All right. So tap the screen. Continue to do all of the good things. All right. And I appreciate you all. If you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. All right. Let's go ahead and keep it going. And remember, everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so very much. Hi, Lambert. Are you a Trump supporter? Lambert going once. Lambert going twice. All right, Lambert's not a Trump supporter. All right, if you are over on the TikTok, by all means, take a look at the bottom of your screen and turn that blue and pink person gray. And if you are over on the tube, by all means, call the number on your screen. That is 720-295-4868. Again, that's 720-295-4868. All right, there we go. Maybe we stayed with him for too long because, good God, we'll have to see what happens here. Also, people are telling me that I missed stuff, so let me make sure. Did I miss anything? No? Okay. Guess I'll read this out. Dean, thank you for the $2. Dean said, caller telling anyone to stop talking so much was beyond ridiculous. Dude, get over your privilege. Yeah, he was the fucking worst. Also, Maze sent $1 and said, that's why I'm selling my house and leaving fucking Arizona and it's heat. Yeah, because it's hot here and it's only going to get hotter and more expensive with a friggin' whatchamacallit, a data center right in the middle of the damn desert. And I think they already have one in the East Valley, but Microsoft is looking to build one of those mega data centers here in the West Valley. Also, Nighthawk did add an extra comment to their donation. Nighthawk said, also it costs $1,500 to process a cow in San Diego. That's a lot of goddamn money to process a cow. That's why when I retire and I get my cow, she'll be my pet and her name's going to be Moo. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Oh, hey, Miss Carol. Miss Carol sent $20 on the old PayPal and said, boot. Thank you, Miss Carol. Appreciate you, friend. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat and keep doing all of the good things. All right. We have a law and I don't want to restart. All right. We have over 1,000 people between both platforms. There's no way that we don't have any Trump supporters. Political's gone, guys. You don't have to be afraid anymore. You don't have to be scared anymore. It's just little old me. Remember, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not good at this. So guess what? You can call in and you can request up. So there's that. All right. TikTok, do me a huge favor. Drop your favorite hashtags in the chat. The chat. I know on the tube, they are like losing it on the tube, but they are so afraid to call in. They are just, even my mods are like, quit yapping and call in. But they won't because they're scared. They're so scared. That is wicked work. They have so much to say over there on YouTube, but they're so afraid. So when my mods start muting you and putting you on timeout over on YouTube, all right, you can't say that you weren't told to call in. I just want to let you all know that. There we go. All right. And I don't want to have to use the P word because I was told I couldn't use that word anymore. I was told it's offensive to women. But I'm talking about female cats. I don't know. They pussies. All right. Trump supporters are pussies. But we're also in a 10-minute visibility warning. So, guys, I guess we have to get that up. I guess while there's a lull, I can do one or two things. Chat, let me know. I'm not even going to tell you to put a number or anything of that nature. You're just going to have to type it out on both the tube and over on TikTok. All right. Do you want me to sing because I win? All right. Do you want me to sing because I win? Or do you want to see the new stuff that I'm thinking about putting on the website? All right. The new gear, the new merchandise. Sing? All right. Bet. Miss Carol, you said yep. Which one? Are we going to say you guys don't want to see the new merchandise? Okay, that's fair. Oh, look, someone called. Sing it loud. Okay. Did Ashley say sing? Ashley said sing? Awesome. I know that says side, but it's saying in my brain.
Press 2.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, ma'am.
And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm over 40.
What that mean? How old are you? Like
Mid 44.
44? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. For TikTok purposes, I just already asked you that. I'm sorry. Why are you still supporting
That's fine.
Trump? My bad.
Why am I still supporting Trump? Because
Yes,
my
sir.
life has been better than ever.
I know. It's all about you, you.
My life is
Forget
better than
about
ever, and I give.
everyone else. You sound selfish as hell. Like, okay, sir, give us a
I'm
policy,
selfish.
please.
I give 10% to Jesus of my paycheck every month.
I'm sorry to hear that. So, with
Why?
that being said, sir, all right, name a policy. Give us something that Donald Trump has actually
Why do I
done
have to
that you
give
actually support.
one single policy?
You
I
can
could
give
tell you 10
policies.
things.
You're the one that said that your life is going
Okay,
great. No one really
we can go
cares about how your
immigration,
life is
everything.
going. Of course, you're going to say immigration. How is
Oh
Donald
no,
Trump
no. Well,
doing great at
we could
immigration?
talk. You want to talk military? We could talk military.
Yeah, he's not doing that good either. We're currently in a war. 13
Last
soldiers were
time I checked,
killed because Pete Hegseth is really shitty at his job. So there's that. Go on.
recruiting hasn't been up.
Has recruiting been up?
Yes, it has. So we want to talk policy. We could talk that.
Sure. What's his policy for the military?
Recruiting, right there. Recruiting, is it not up since Biden's era or Trump's era? When is recruiting for military been up?
All you said is that
Those are
recruiting
facts.
has been up, but you haven't told us any numbers or anything of that nature. So
Why would I have to
work
give
on
numbers
this.
when I'm just...
All right. By like what percentage? All you're saying is that recruiting is up. I said, is it? Like, what's your source? Where are you getting this from?
I mean, what's my source?
Oh my gosh,
you want me to give you exact numbers? Do you know? Do you have the exact numbers?
Do you want to? This is your claim.
This is my claim. I know they're up, but if you want an exact number, do you have exact numbers on everything?
I can get exact numbers on majority of things that I talk about. So there's that part. So I'm not going to say that something is up.
So you could Google. So you know how to use Google. You know how to use Google.
Do you know how to use Google, sir?
Oh yeah, I know how to use Google.
Do you know how to sift through sources, sir?
Oh, I know how to live the real world,
then.
man.
So how about you do that right now? I even have hold music for you. Go, fetch. Appreciate you. I hope he has it by the time the hold music's over. Okay, the whole music's over. Were you able to get it?
Yeah, and you gave me the USAA tone. I love that. USAA. What do you think? I'm not military and I don't know what I'm talking about.
You still haven't given us
you might want to know your you might want to know your like soundtrack.
Sir, if you are prior military, all right, so if you are military, all right, then what you know is that when you are given a command to go do something, you go do it. All right, if you say something, you mean what you say what you mean, and then therefore know what you can do, you can get that information. So by all means, get that information.
I know I'm not going to give you exact numbers. They fluctuate monthly. So that makes no sense. Because you're going to want to play the bait game with that. And you always talk here about policy. There's either right or wrong in this world. Apparently you don't understand that. Yes, there is. I'll go on right or wrong with 1,000,001 things you want to talk about with that. You just want to go with numbers and let's Google everything. Come on. Don't play amateur hour.
I think that you're playing amateur hour and you think that it's showtime at Apollo, because what you wanted us to do is just say, trust
at
me,
Apollo.
bro.
Oh, well, I've been to the Apollo. Have you? Because I actually am from New York.
That's what you want us to do.
I don't know. Have you even been to the Apollo Theater? You talking something you've never been to.
Deal, sir. I can't just do it. Trust me, bro. But when you speak about policy, even if I'll grant you that recruitment is up, okay, what is the benefit of recruitment being up if the soldiers and the sailors who are in the Marines and the airmen and so on and so forth aren't being treated as they should? We actually have evidence from sailors.
They're treated better than ever. What are you talking? Where's your facts on that? When they're not being treated good?
Speaking.
That's me.
I was speaking. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You
As
have
I
the
was
floor.
saying, is that we have evidence from sailors in the middle of the Strait of Hormuz who are showing that these people, these people who are putting their lives on the line, all right, are being fed food worse than you feed your dog, worse food than you feed
That's
a
a lie.
prisoner. It's not a
100% a
lie.
lie.
It's actually very true.
I can
Then
tell
why
you
is it
right
that we
now,
have evidence
I'm a
from
Marine.
sailors?
I'm a combat Marine veteran. That's a lie. 100%.
I'm
That's
sorry. Are you in the
110%.
Strait of
That's
Hormuz
a
right now,
fact.
sir?
I'm sorry, you want to literally justify they're eating food worse than you feed your dog. Are you kidding me? Do you know what an MRE is? Do you know what that even means? A meal ready to eat, MRE. That's what they come in a bag, and every soldier or whatever you want, Marines are Marines, but you have every military member is afforded to have one of those twice a day. That's a fact. Look it up.
There we go.
You can look it up, and trust me, you eat a whole lot better on a ship, and that's called a MEU. If you want to learn what one of those are, it's called a MEU. It's a military Marine Expeditionary Unit. I could give you acronyms all day, man.
Here we go. Just gonna pull it up here because I swear to God.
You can swear to God all you want. You don't give 10% of your money to them. You don't really matter. It don't really matter what you do.
Because in the New Testament, it doesn't say that you have to
Well,
tithe.
I'm from the Old
Testament
Testament, so I don't play that game.
So there's that part.
Yeah.
Then you're in fact not a follower of Christ then. So there's that part.
I'm not a follower of Christ. I'm Roman Catholic. Okay.
Anywho.
You're crazy. With that comment, I'm not a follower of God.
Cope as hard as you need to, sir.
I'm not
frankly,
coping
my
as
dear,
well
I
as.
don't give a damn.
Am I not stating a fact that they eat a better meal than what a dog eats?
So, hey, chat. Hey,
That's what,
tubers.
those came out of your word. That came out of your mouth,
that's
not
on
mine.
the screen here? Do we see the? I don't know what color that is. Is that gray? I think that's gray.
You want me to look at my iPad now to talk
from
to
the
you?
USS Tripoli, all right, the one on the left, all right, a sailor from the USS Tripoli sent this photo, all right, they shared this. This is, I don't know what this is. I know that's carrots in the back there, guys. That's got to be carrots. I don't know what this white and brown thing is, and I don't know what this grayish brown thing is. I wouldn't feed that to my dog. I know that much. My dog, no.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't
and
feed
then
that.
a sailor, I'm not finished. A sailor on the USS Abraham Lincoln posted this picture here. I don't know what that is. All right. It's been widely reported, all right, that the U.S. sailors who are stuck on those ships in the middle of the Strait of Hormuz are not being fed adequate food, all right, and it is due to the fact, all right, that shipping cannot come in or out of the strait. It has been shut down. They don't have no goddamn food. All right, and
yes,
it's still
they do.
going on.
It's called B rations and C rations, which are not used anymore, but those are a little bit older.
Why are you even talking about it? They're not used.
They have B rations, which are edible food, which are better than dog food. So you're making. Why are they being
fed this?
They're called B rations. Look that up. Look what B rations are.
Okay, give us some proof then. Give us something from the Department of Defense.
The proof's in the pudding. Look it up. Why would I give you proof? Go look it up and see what's on the ship.
This is happening. This is directly from the sailors on those ships. So there's that
the
part.
Sailors on
They're
the
not
ship,
taking care of them. Also, another thing, sir, why is it that we have Pete Hegseth, all right, the Department of Defense's secretary, not sharing information with our allies to the point where we had 6 U.S. soldiers
Okay, I'm going to give you another acronym. It's called OPSEC. It's called OPSEC. It's called
OPSEC to not let our know. So operational security to not let our allies know. All right,
exactly.
That drone strikes are
Nobody's
on the way.
Supposed to know. What? Would you think I told my family when I was deployed? They don't know where I'm at.
Ain't got shit to do
think
with
I'm in
shit,
California. I'm across the seas. What are you talking about? There's a reason for that because you're going to run your mouth and no. Why would I give? That gives the enemy the advantage. That's why.
That's how much I'm going to run my mouth by putting you on mute. Go on timeout. You're not listening. All right. I'm going to talk. And then what I'm going to do is allow you to respond. But you're going to be quiet while I talk. And if you do not engage in what it is that I assert, I said be quiet. If you do not engage in what it is that I state, all right, what you are telling me is that you do not have the capabilities to engage in this conversation. So now with that being said, we have Pete Hegseth sending soldiers into a burning building. All right. That is speaking figuratively. When he took those people out of a safe deployment zone in Kuwait and put them into another part of Kuwait that became and did not tell our allies, all right, within the country, all right, that we would be striking Iran and that they could expect to have drone strikes, allowing 6 American soldiers to burn alive in a triple wide trailer. That is a sign of incompetence, ineptitude, and downright disregard for our soldiers' lives. Is it not?
No, you want to talk numbers with that? Because I can tell you the numbers of the incompetence on another, because then we'll just go tit for tat of the incompetence of the government, and I can go Democrat or Republican when it comes to the military. Yes.
It's
you want
crazy that
you want
literally
you like
can't
your
say
quick answers
that
of
it
yes.
was
Okay, yes,
incompetence.
I'll give you a yes. Yes, ma'am.
Then what is it that you're actually supporting? Because
What do you
that's
mean,
not
what am I
okay.
supporting?
If Biden did something to that effect, I bet you have a problem with the way that Biden handled the pullout from Afghanistan, don't you?
Yeah, 12 Marines died and one, I believe, Army, if I'm correct.
Do you have a problem with Donald
maybe
Trump
maybe
negotiating with
11 Marines, 1 Navy, and 1 Army, because one's a medic. Marines don't have medics because
Do
you want
you
to be
have an issue with Donald
fact check me.
Trump? Sir, I'm not looking for a lesson on who's in the military or not. All right. Do you have an issue with Donald Trump negotiating with terrorists?
You always negotiate with terrorists. I've had to negotiate with terrorists. That's why we have. What are you kidding me? That's what. We have people that have to translate. You're always negotiating something. Well, that makes no sense. Of course, you're negotiating with everybody's a terrorist.
So you're okay with Donald Trump negotiating to pull
we
out from
were giving
Afghanistan with the
Afghanistan years ago
Taliban and
weapons
not
that
with.
ended up using on us. Does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense. So you're okay with Donald Trump negotiating with the Taliban, all right, in order to negotiate the pullout from Afghanistan instead of with the Afghani government. You're okay with him doing it with the Taliban.
The Taliban is their government, ma'am.
The Taliban was not their government in 2020. What the fuck are you talking about?
They're the ones that run Afghanistan, and you haven't been in Afghanistan.
We installed a
and I know that for a
democracy
fact.
in Afghanistan. The Taliban was not their government at the time, sir. For you to be such, I'm a Marine, I know what I'm talking about. You've shown that you have absolutely no idea what is going on. Are you okay?
Am I okay?
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm perfectly. I got all my extremities.
Are you sure? All right.
Oh, no, I got all my. Oh, I done did my work. I done put my work in more than enough
Then
time.
tell us what the Doha Agreement is then.
Go hard agreement. I don't even know what you come up with.
Doha. DOHA. Doha.
What is it? What is that? You explain it to me, please. And KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And I'm talking about myself. You could use acronyms with me since you like your acronyms.
Doha is not an acronym. Doha is literally a place in Afghanistan. It's like the Doha Agreement. All right. The Doha Agreement was Donald Trump's deal that he made with the Taliban. All right. That they would stop recruitment and propaganda, and that they will also allow the U.S. to pull out of Afghanistan by April of 2021. That's what the Doha Agreement was. He negotiated with terrorists, is what he did. We don't do that in the United States of America. Wow.
Oh, wow. Yes, we did. What's Iran? What's Iran? What's that money that was sent over there in straight cash? I'm sorry. Last time I checked, that's a pretty nice
That
negotiation.
money, I think I got stuck. There we go.
In cash. With a plane, it's on TV. You're gonna tell me, really? What? And that was not a Republican Party, and it's not Trump. Why do I support? I really support
Doha is in Qatar.
the
My
Trump
apologies.
policy.
Doha is in Qatar.
Qatar? Okay.
Anywho, I'm gonna read a thank you because this isn't going anywhere. Trey Mav 17, thank you for the $10 super chat. Trey Mav said, "Yeah, you been a vet in the past means nothing about now, and I'm an Army vet as well. Oh, not the skedaddle."
They went skedaddle. You know the word skedaddle? It means skedaddle. Somebody said skedaddle.
Caller hold, please. Thank you. Not the skedaddle. Not him running. Aw, poor little Tink Tink. He was Neely. He was pretty fucking awful. But Trey continues on and says, MREs aren't always provided every single day. And besides, those get old very quick. I believe you, Trey. Thank you very, very much, friend. Also, drop some hearts in the chat for both Trey and for Taffy. Taffy sent 5 memberships over on the tube. So if you get a membership or got a membership from Taffy, by all means, make sure you say thank you, guys. That is so friggin' awesome. Thank you guys very, very much for the love, for the support. All right, let's keep doing all of the good things. If you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send the super chat. Thank you all again so much because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right, we've been on for almost 3 hours. We got 5 minutes until 3. All right, let's see what time is 4:38. Okay, let's see how long we're going to go here. Let's go. But yeah, Donald Trump negotiated with terrorists, so there's that. Also, these people do not understand that actually a court forced the settlement of that money from that the United States owed Iran for the failed, the failed arms deal in 1979. That's why we had to pay the $400 million and all the interest. So there is that. Okay, there we go. Also, they're feeding our sailors shit over there. They do not care about them. Thank you, caller, for holding. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, but I was a Bernie guy and I used to be a Democrat, but the left has just become so kind of gay and transsexual and weird. I couldn't do it anymore.
When you lay down at night, that's what you think about? You think about other people's genitals? You think about what other people do in their beds?
It's like always in the news, and I gotta listen about it, and it's just...
It is?
It's always in the news, yeah, and people are getting in fights over the bathrooms, and it's like... I just feel like there's bigger issues than, all this, like, weird gay shit that, like, the liberals are always trying to...
I think it's crazy, though, that you say this, right? When it's always people who identify as a Trump supporter, as MAGA or Republican or conservative, who are always bringing up someone else's like sexual orientation, someone else's gender identity. It's never people that you say are the liberals, the libs.
No, but it's not just that. A lot of your guys' agenda just doesn't help, like, my daily life, like the open border, like the taxes.
We've always had open borders. No such thing as a closed border.
You know what I mean? Like legal
Sounds like you're just trying to you're throwing shit at the wall and seeing what's going to stick. That's what it sounds like.
No, I just think there's so many problems with your party that you could kick it out of a bucket.
Thank you for another $10 super chat, friend. Trey said, the chat is cute, but sorry, Obama is twice the man and president that Trump could ever wish to be. He actually got shit done and wasn't played like a fiddle by Israel. That last part is true. That last part is true. But I do think that... Shut the fuck up, sir. What's wrong with you? Are you well? Shut the fuck up.
It was funny.
Shut up.
Why do I have to shut the fuck up?
Because I'm not talking to you. The fuck? Go on timeout. What's wrong with these people? Ugh. Anywho, as I was saying, all right, Obama, yes, domestically was a good president. However, I don't agree with Obama's foreign policy either. Obama pretty much destroyed Africa. All right, he participated in what is now the recolonization of Africa. So I got beef with Obama. All right. This shit's complex, but I appreciate you, Trey. I really, really do. Thank you so very much. It's not string cheese. It's prosciutto wrapped around mozzarella, but I'm not a huge fan of the mozzarella, so I put it over there. Okay. Thank you for holding. All right. I hope you've calmed down. So you were saying something. It didn't quite make sense, but continue.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me a question.
What would I ask you a question about? I said, why are you still supporting Trump? You go into, the whole
Well, I
I
just
care about
wanted
people
to know
shit
why a
tools.
man in 2026 should vote for a Democrat. Like, Tim Walz is about to be arrested for about attempted murder on a fucking rival of his.
Y'all just say words.
No, it's true.
How many
Google it right
branches of
now.
government do we have, sir?
Tim Walz is wrapped up in a murder of someone that worked for him. You can look it
Sir,
up.
how many branches of government do we have?
3.
Okay, name them.
Is it legislative, judicial? Is it executive?
Okay. What is the purpose of the judicial branch?
Isn't that to pass the laws?
No.
What it is? Or to
What
write
is the
them?
purpose of
I
the
don't remember
executive
this
branch?
shit. This is shit from mad long ago in school.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's a civic lesson. Here we go.
No,
Right?
I'm not going to give you
But
a civic
elections
lesson.
can be counted for 3 weeks, and that's fine.
I have no idea what you
Here
just
we
said.
go.
So there's that.
Oh, right. We
Anywho.
don't know. We don't know about the election fraud.
So because you actually can point to the Heritage Foundation.
Karen Bass literally burned down California
40.
and just rigged her
Oh my
election.
God, you
We could
fucking
talk about that
pivot
one.
patriot.
Oh, you
can't
stupid
engage in a
patriot,
conversation.
freedom.
You're
Oh.
stupid as hell. I hung up on him. He's stupid. I'm not doing this.
Call from.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
I don't support either party.
What are you calling for?
How's that one? Pardon?
Why are you calling?
Because I feel that we need a third party. I feel that neither party really tends to do anything for we the people. As the Constitution says, we are their boss, and it seems like people are too scared to fire them, to send them out of office. If you don't like them, get rid of them. Don't wait till an election.
Are you talking about recalls? What?
I'm not talking about recalls. If you don't do a job right at your work, they're going to fire you, your boss, right? It's going to be either on the spot or,
Yeah, the only way that you
might
get
get a
rid
warning
of
if you're
elected
lucky.
officials via a recall. You have to do a recall. And in
No, you don't
Congress,
have
I
to,
believe
because
that they can have them removed. They can vote to
people are the
remove
boss.
another member.
People. If you read the Constitution, we the people are the boss. We have control over them, but people are too scared.
Okay, tell us how.
Everybody bowed down. Everybody bowed down to the the shot. Everybody gave in to that.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Today you don't. I just don't. Not today I don't. I just don't. Not today. Not doing it. Nope. I have free will. I can choose these things. And I choose not to engage with the person who doesn't participate in the political system. So there's that part. This person is calling from an entertainment thing? What the hell is this?
Call from.
Gatlin Entertainment, mobile DJ.
To accept, press 1.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. You like me. You really, really like me. Thank you. Drop some hearts in the chat for Lisa for the You're Amazing. Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Well, actually, no. I'm just a kid, and I'm saying I'm your
hey,
number.
Don't call into these things on your parents' phone numbers, okay? All right, you giving out your dad's information.
Excuse me, ma'am.
So don't do that. But also, I can't talk to you because you're a child. All right. So what I would definitely recommend is flavored milk. It's really good. Anywho, there we go. Tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things, guys. All right. If you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. You are the demographic of people I like to speak with. Also, thank you, Rebecca, for the "You're amazing." You like me. You really, really like me. I decided that whenever I get a "You're amazing," that's what I'm going to say. All right. Call me Sally Fields. All right. We have a lull. So let me sing while I show you some stuff. Let me see. I got to pull it up here. I really wish I could just pull it up on this one, but I'm just going to exit out of this. And yeah, that's what I'll do. You like me. You really, really like me. Anyone remember when she said that? Did she win like an Oscar or something when she said that? Oh, fudge sickles. I messed that up. There we go. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is a month of pride. All right. Not just pride if you're a part of the community. All right. But also Black pride because June 19th is Juneteenth. All right. So last night the spirit hit me. Okay. Because Dean did ask for something. And I said, you know what, Dean, I'll do that for you. I will do it. But then I got tired and I didn't do it for him. So now I am doing it. All right. So to celebrate this fantastic month, I literally started doing stuff. I did. I was like, okay, I'm going to do stuff. So let me see if I can pull it up for you all. All right. Let me see. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Because I think that is pretty fucking cool. Did I save the pictures? I did save pictures, so I'll just show you pictures. Bow, bow, bow. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm stimming. What's this an image of? Oh, I could use this thing right here. All right. Oh, no, I did it on my phone. My bad. One moment. While we wait, an interlude, a song. We haven't had any of these people today. Online, all I see is coons and jiggaboos. Coons and jiggaboos. Coons and jiggaboos. They shuck and jive. Can't stand these coons and jiggaboos. Coons and jiggaboos. You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't have another song that I could do. So there you go. I did that. All right. Save and then go next. I have this one. All right. Someone give me a song to sing in the chat. So then I could just sing a song. I don't know what to sing. No, listen, we're busy. I don't want to take a phone call. Damn it.
Call from
Kenny.
Hi, Kenny. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I am 46.
You're 46? Okay, Kenny. Hold one moment and I'll be right with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The hop online is cool, the chickaboos. Oh, wait, I can't. If nobody else laughs, I'm going to laugh. Okay, let me see here. Give me 1 second, y'all. What's this? 5. I think that's 5. There we go. And then download this here. I promise you guys are gonna love it. Also, the hate makes you stupid, and the what else is it? The hate makes you stupid, and the shirts. I did go ahead and do that over. Not the shirts, but the hats. I did it, and I did make a hate makes you stupid shirt because Dean did ask for one of those. So I said, okay. All right. So for Pride, here's what we have. Okay, let me go ahead and pull that up. Hope Kenny stays on hold. We'll see what happens. I really don't give a damn. Okay. Is this it right here? Okay, so here's what we have for Pride, which is pretty cool. Oh, wait, I don't have the Pride hat here. Okay, so apply and show it. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ is huge. Never mind. That's what she said. Okay, here's a do all the good things shirt for Pride. All right, we have that for Pride, which is pretty awesome. So cool. All right, so that's what we have for Pride. It comes in a few different colors, so friggin' awesome. So there's that part. And also we have the bruh hat. Okay, so let me show you this one right here. Ba-dum-bum. There we go, right here. Here's the bruh hat for Pride. Comes in different colors, but it's the bruh Pride. All right, there we go. So we have that one. So this is for Pride. I think I have one more for Pride Month. It's going to be the black shirt, I think. Let me see. Yep, it's right here. Open. There's the do all the good things for Pride Month. So we have that. And then we have stuff for Juneteenth. Because I took a few things off of the website last night because it was just a lot of stuff there. And I probably, if you guys decide that you want this stuff up there, then I'm going to take it off and put this stuff up there. And here is the bruh hat for Juneteenth. All right, it is in the African American Pride colors, which is fucking awesome. I got this hat. I ain't gonna hold you. I ordered this hat because I can't wait to wear it. So I think this is my new favorite hat. I ain't gonna hold you. So this is my hat right here. I love this hat. All right, you see it is the red, all right, the gold, the green, and the black. This fucking shit is awesome. Like, so this is the bruh hat. Also, we got a shirt for it too. The shirt comes in different colors also, but this is the one that I got myself. This one right here. All right, is a do all the good things. It has the gold outline instead of a white outline or black. It has a gold outline on this one right here. So do all the good things. I got that one. Cannot wait to wear this shirt. And it's supposed to come right before Juneteenth, which is going to be fucking awesome. I wish I had it this weekend for an event that I have to attend, but this is fucking awesome. All right. And for you, Dean, we got this right here. All right. We got this. Apply. All right. Hate makes you stupid. We got that for you, Dean. That is for you. All right. So if you want this stuff, all right, on the Darn Gone website, all right, let me know. Let me know. And I will put it there for you, okay? I'll put it there. I think we already have the updated hats. I want to show you the updated hats too, because the hats took some reworking, but I did it. I got it. We're here. All right, there we go. So I updated the Hate Makes You Stupid hat. And if you already have one, guess what? You have a collector's item. There you go. You're welcome. And also the fuck are we doing here hat has been updated too. All right. But yes, and I got to make a little short in order to post the stuff, but here we are. And this stuff, the Hate Makes You Stupid hats and that are already available. If you all want the bruh hat and the shirts, the new updated Pride shirts to go on the website, we'll do it. We'll go ahead and do it. Just let me know. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, there's that. So let's talk to Kenny. All right, let's keep doing all of the good things. Let's go ahead and finish out the remaining 3 other You're Amazings. Continue to share and repost it live. All right. Also, guys, let's make sure that we are doing all of the good things while we have this conversation. I appreciate each and every last one of you. All right, because I can't do it without you. So with that being said, let's see what he supports. Okay. Hi, Kenny. Thank you for holding. All right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Hi, I'm still supporting Trump because I actually like some of the things that he's doing. For specifics, I'd like to say that I particularly like what he's doing with the wars. Like the wars with Iran and the war, which it should be called the war, with Venezuela. People do not realize how much oil Trump is bringing back to our nation.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Let me explain. People don't know about the petrodollar. America has been forever running on the petrodollar. The petrodollar is dependent on petrol being petroleum, oil. To have this, you must go to these countries. While everyone thinks we're just going over there dropping bombs, it's not so simple. Those countries are using the same oil to do things for their country. How do you think Iran has all of these weapons to use against us right now? By using their oil to buy more weapons. Would you disagree with that?
I hate it here. Where are they buying these weapons from? I'm sorry. I checked
They're
out.
buying these weapons from Russia. They're buying these weapons from China, and they're also being homemade with the money that they got to make them. They get a lot of money from the oil, just like we do. It's the same thing. Everybody's trying to be on top. Trump's just trying to make sure we stay on top.
He's trying to make sure that we stay on top by basically stealing the resources from the other country, right?
Correct.
Okay. How is this a benefit to the United States? Like the citizens, United States citizens? Because our oil industry isn't nationalized, so it's not like this money, this revenue from the sale of oil or even the possession of oil, however you want to put it, is going back to the American people. It's going into the pockets of the CEOs, the oil barons, the people who are shorting the oil market on the stock exchange. It's going into their pockets. How is it benefiting, me? How is it benefiting the people listening? Like, give us something.
I exactly understand what you're saying, and I do. What you have to understand is America, as you know, is oil. We do not depend on anybody for oil at this point. We are the world's biggest exporter. So what I'm trying to say is, while you're right, the money does mostly go to the executives, even though it sprinkles what they give to the people. These sprinkles are huge. It goes to our military. It's the reason we can go across any place on this planet, and America can say, hey, we said no. It's as simple as that. America's military is built by the oil industry. And without it, Iran has the world's third, maybe second, I could be wrong, largest oil supply reserves in the world. Venezuela, the same, second or third. We all know this is facts. My numbers may be off. It's between 1 and 3, between the two of them. But we all know that basically Trump said, hey, we're playing chess, guys. We're going to take those two from you, China. You're not going to go to Venezuela and come to the Western Hemisphere and just take what you want. We're not going to let you go to the Middle East and take what you want. No, this is America, man. I understand why people are like, this is arrogant, this is wrong. But what people don't understand is that this is for the benefit of America in the long run. Because if these other countries get a hold of this oil supply, they will do the same thing that we're doing right now. And it's been proven. Look at example, China. Look at China and Taiwan. They're just waiting. We cannot attack Taiwan. We know that's a lie, but every president tells it, right? But we know we cannot. When China is ready, they will take everything. They'll just take it. Russia's taking stuff from Japan, still from the days of World War II.
Yeah. So in regards to like what it is that you're saying, I don't know. Honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't care, because the reason why I don't care is that it's simply because of the fact of what's happening to American citizens right now. And even in the long term, the impact of this is that we're going to see it hurt our wallets. And it seems like you all are okay with this, what you all call short-term pain for long-term gains, yet the pain seems to be longer than the gains. You know what I mean? So that's what's happening here. And in regards to it, we still rely on our neighbors to the north and the south of us, that'd be Canada and Mexico, all right, for a large part of our consumer-based oil. So, the stuff that we use to put into our cars. Right. So there's that part. So are we going to go after Canada next? Are we going to then go after Mexico?
Okay, I have a response for that. I absolutely have a response for that. And I would say this. To that, I would like to respond that while, yes, it's true, we do get from Canada and Mexico tons of different petroleum products that makes even our toothpaste, strangely. But at the end of the day, we're not going to attack them. America has made a mistake where we have treated our neighbors rather badly. I agree with you on that one. When it comes to Mexico, when it comes to Canada, and even the Southern Hemisphere, I would agree with you that we have not dedicated enough money and resources to make sure that we secured and control our own hemisphere before we go to the Middle East or, Taiwan. But unfortunately, this is the world we live in. This is the America we have. And in this case, the best thing that America is doing is making sure that Iran oil, Venezuelan oil flows to America, we cash in. And while, yes, you are correct, we do get a lot from Mexico and Canada, stopping China and Russia from getting that continuous oil flow, as you can see in the Ukraine war. Russia is being forced to use weapons they do not want to use. They have no choice. They have no choice. They want this over with. China is, like I said, China actually is an object, but
you're breaking
at
up.
the end of the day, I believe that Trump, honestly, I won't even say it's Trump. I will not even say Trump is in control of this. Whoever is running the show understands the petrodollar, understands their with that
Your
oil.
phone, you're breaking up. I hear like every other word and you sound like a robot. Try to work on your signal. Hold on one moment.
Call from
Curtis Boyd. These people are...
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hi, Curtis. Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Okay. Why are you calling, Mr. Curtis?
Because the guy on the line is actually so stupid, and I want to set the record straight about a bunch of historical facts that he's saying.
I don't think, I think the chat already knows, but I appreciate you. They already know. He wasn't saying much of anything. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'm doing something on the back end anyway, so go ahead. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I appreciate that. So I just want to say, he started going on a rant about why fighting Iran was a good idea. I'm going to say this as clear as possible. The old Ayatollah had a agreement saying that he would not pursue any more nuclear weapons, or Iran. He agreed to not pursue making a nuclear weapon.
Yeah,
and then
fatwa.
After the fact, a Farquhar.
No, fatwa.
We killed
Fatwa. Fatwa. Yeah.
Right. We killed him, his wife, his sons, his daughters, and left his youngest son alive.
No.
Do you understand how insane that is?
Kids.
You're creating a scenario where the person has no choice but to get a nuclear weapon.
All right.
And
Curtis,
he's not wrong.
Curtis, I don't mean to cut you off, but thank you so very much for calling in, friend. I appreciate you, and you keep doing all the good things, love. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. He had, I like Farquad. Please, Q. All right, yeah, it was a fatwa, and it was, I think, issued 2003, 2004 by Ayatollah Khomeini, and I think that's how you pronounce his last name, that having a nuclear weapon goes against their religion, so the religion of Islam. And yes, Donald Trump had boom booms dropped, because Donald Trump did admit that this was his idea. Don't forget that, guys. All right, he admitted that, Israel doesn't decide anything. That was my idea. That's what he said. Yeah. And exactly, heart's in the right place. So yeah. So again, thank you, Curtis. So he had 2 kids, and Ayatollah's daughter and his wife, along with himself, were unalived in the bombing on February 28th, leaving behind Mujtaba, and Mujtaba is his son, who is now the Ayatollah. So we have that. And the son is what they would say more radicalized. So the son definitely will likely pursue a nuclear weapon. So Donald Trump pretty much just put us into hell, is what he did. And then also another thing is that Their military is still strong. Donald Trump says he's destroyed it, but he hasn't. Like, they're getting assistance from different parties like Russia and also China. So there's that. But also, guys, I'm tired. I am tired. I'm sleepy. Okay, so do me a favor, guys. Let's knock out the "You're So Amazing." They're called "So Amazings." Let's knock those out, guys. Because what I'm doing on the back end is I'm adding stuff to the website for you. All right, so that you guys can get your Pride shirts, whether it's Juneteenth, so Black Pride, or if it's going to be Pride for the LGBT community. So let's do that. All right, the bruh hats along with those, and I'm thinking I'll do something nice like a discount for you, maybe. All right, if we can go ahead and knock out the "So Amazings." What do we call this? A quid pro quo, if you will. I'm not above it. I just want to let you know. I ain't above it. I ain't above much, really, when you think about it. I just want to let you know that. All right? I've never been averse to doing something strange or some change. As long as it doesn't involve any type of penetration, I'm down for it. Be honest. Be perfectly honest. Did I just say that out loud? And guess what? I'm sober as fuck. But yeah, I am not going to hold you. I'll be perfectly honest. It's the truth. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate you, friend. It's the fucking truth. I tell you that much. I ain't gonna hold you. Also, Dean, the "Hate Makes You Stupid" shirt is already available on the website. So that's already there. So are those caps. I'm adding the Pride stuff now. Just trying to find the best mock-up that I want to do. I feel like I'm always using this color because I like it a lot. I might be biased. I think I have one more in me. One more. All right, just one more debate. Okay, one more debate. Let's see who the lucky person will be. If you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. If you're over on a TikTok, you can you can turn the pink and blue person gray. And if you're over on the tube, you can dial the number that's on your screen, 728. I don't know the number anymore. I'm tired. 720-295-4868. 720-295-4868. That is the number that is on your screen. You can dial it and you can call in and we can have a conversation. That we can do. All right. Matter of fact, how about I just don't do any other extras and I just do this right here? Boom. Easy is fixed. Let's go with this one as the front. Okay. Boom. Shaka laka laka. All right. Gird your loins. I don't want to. Juneteenth. Good. I don't feel like writing a witty caption. Then I'm gonna hold you. Oh, thank you. You like me. You really, really like me. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, friends. You like me. You really, really like me. Okay, and let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. I think I'm gonna do. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. It took forever to add this one shirt because I couldn't make a decision. That was ridiculous, Erica. Okay, so, all right, that shirt is at the store now, so awesome. All right, let's add the cap. Oh, wait, I have another one that I have to add. Jesus Christ. There we go. Not gonna lie, you want that discount code, Neely? Okay, bet. I'm gonna get it. I'll get it for you in just a moment. I'm going to make the discount code Penny because Miss Penny is always here showing all of the love. So I'm going to make the discount code Penny. That's what I'll do. All right. So let's see here. Juneteenth. Oh, thank you. You like me. You really, really like me. Thank you so very much for knocking that out. Neely, Dean, and who else? And Dean. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you, friends. Thank you. Fucking awesome. All right, continue. Oh, shucks, I have to update that for the other shirt. Oh, well, I'll do that in a moment. Do, 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 do. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, so those shirts have been added. Now I'm going to add on the hats. We have a caller.
Call from
Charles.
Hi, Charles. Hi, Charles. Are you a Trump supporter?
Am.
You are? Okay. All right. For TikTok
sure am.
purposes, how old are you?
I am 22.
22?
22.
What do you say?
22.
22? Oh, okay.
22.
Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. So give me a moment. Okay. With that being said, all right. Why are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Man, I just love how he's such an average Joe, and he's just such a good guy.
What do you want me to do with that? What do you want me to say to that, sir?
I'd like you to say that he's a millionaire and that he's kind of like.
He's actually a billionaire. He's a billionaire.
Nah, he's just a president. You know.
He's a billionaire.
That's a big old number.
I don't know what you just said, and I think I'm better for
That's
it.
a big old number.
By all means, sir, get off my phone. What the fuck? I'm not. That's stupid. All right, guys. I'm not doing that. I don't have to do that. All right. Again, you know what, Erica? You do have freedom of choice. All right. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. You don't have to. And you know what? I didn't. My child is pretty much, for the most part, well behaved. I expect other other people's children to be well behaved. Stop using your parents' phone. Stop doing that. All right, before they put a passcode on it, and then you won't be able to play Roblox. All right, because it's not Roblox. All right, parents call it everything but Roblox. All right, you can't pay your Robux. Okay, you won't be able to play it. All right, none of that craft game. None of that. What's the other game the kids like? Do the kids still play the other one, the night one, the Fortnite? Do kids still play that game? Mine doesn't. So that's why I'm like, do kids still play that? No, Neely, you can't. Absolutely no. No. Sorry, friend. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Okay, that's added. Let's go ahead and add the cap, the pride cap, and then the pride shirt. Can I pay in an Amazon gift card? Not that I'm aware of. I don't think that's an acceptable form of payment. All right. Pride, bruh. That's so simple, and I'm not changing it. The description. All right, there we go. All right, the Pride Cup cap is up and running. Okay, let me get the Pride shirt up there. All right, there we go. All right, some of the shirts run up until 5XL. They fit pretty true to size, which is great. Some of the shirts run up to 5XL. The Pride shirts will come in orange, like a royal type blue, a forest green, a red, purple, and a black shirt. So those would be the colors there. All right. Call this one Good Pride. All right. There we go. And the T. Continue. There you go. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? All right, there we go. So, boom, shaka laka laka laka. Got that part taken care of. All right, awesome. So everything is on the site now. Now I can go over here and I can do this. There we go. The Hate Makes You Stupid shirt comes in black and white. So there we go here. I had to do the thing. I can't do a penny code. Yeah, I can't do a Miss Penny code because it goes against the thing. So I'm gonna call the code Pride. It's gonna be a Pride. Keeping it simple, very, very creative here. Very creative. All right. Pride. There we go. All right. And let's see here. Give me one moment. I had to do it this way because it only makes sense to do it this way. So, boom. I think you should do it this way. I don't want to do it that way. All right. I can't do 19% off. I wish I could, but I can't. All right. So what I can do though is I can't do 10% off. Is I can do. I already don't make a profit on much of this stuff. So there's that part. So 10% off any order using the code PRIDE. There we go. All right. And it's going to be one per customer. All right. So there's that part. All right. There you go. And we can run it today until June 20th. Actually, we can run it until the end of the month. So the 1st of July. Because it's Pride Month all month long. Okay, so we're going to run the code. It's going to be the code PRIDE for 10% off. All right, on any order. So we have that. And then let's go ahead and save this here. There we go. Cool. So, guys, again, we have new shit on the website. New stuff. I said new shit. I got to stop being that way. All right. We have new stuff on the website. Hoping for the best. Crossing my fingers. All right. And let me show you the website. And then, guys, tell me who. Oh, we got a phone call. I was gonna say something was live.
Call from
John Goodwill.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I am 22.
22?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
I believe a lot of things that he's done are very good for the country. Like in terms of oil, he's kind of helped us a lot along with oil production and stuff like that. General stuff like that, you know.
How?
Also, like,
What are we doing?
well, let's think about it like this. He's importing a lot of oil, and I think it's really good for the country. Just in general, you know. Also, I would like to make a point that before the COVID-19 pandemic, the U.S. experienced like a lot of unemployment, like basically like really, really historically low in unemployment, you know, which is very in thanks to him, as I believe.
What are we talking about right now? What are you talking about?
Before the COVID-19 pandemic, the U.S. like had the lowest time, and that can be credited to him. You know what I'm saying?
What can be accredited to him? The low unemployment rate? Your phone sucks ass. Get a better phone, bro. Like, what the hell is he talking about? Donald Trump literally, I think the only thing that he did, me versus Claude. I think the only thing that he did well in his first term was that he didn't necessarily touch anything when it came to like the economy. The thing is that once he implemented the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, we actually saw big companies, particularly like AT&T, cut jobs. We saw companies leave the states. All right. And then he started his tariff war with China. That's when we started having issues with the farmers. The thing about farmers, though, is that farmers, for some reason or another, always have issues because it's a really vicious cycle that they're wrapped up in. And so there's that part where it's like they do well, then they're not. And then they rely on the government to, subsidize them to get their fucking handouts, I'm be honest, to get their handouts. And then the cycle continues. And so then they're doing well again, then they're not, then the government steps in, and then it just keeps continuing on and on. Donald Trump exacerbated that with his tariff policy in his first term. So the farmers needed more. Also, we were already on a decline economically. All right. But right before the pandemic, so like in late 2019, we started to see inflation was creeping up, and we also started to see prices going up. So, I mean, there's that. You can look at so many different reports, even the inflation tracking chart that everyone uses, to see that that was the case. I don't know. I don't know what people read. I really don't. But here's the caps and shit. Like, cool, the Juneteenth. Did I spell Juneteenth right? I did. Okay. Whew. That would have been embarrassing. All right. And then we have the Pride bruh cap and the Good Pride tee and the Juneteenth good tee. So did I spell Juneteenth right? I feel like I did spell it wrong. I was looking at that like something's wrong about that. So let me go ahead and fix that really quick and take this off the screen. I was like, wait. I know how to spell. That looked wrong. Okay. Give me one moment. I can edit it right quick. Pages. Who's live, guys? Who's live? Who can we go raid? I'm tired. I want to take a nap. I don't want to talk to Trump supporters anymore. It's not fun. I don't want to. Hector's live. I always raid Hector. Hector's my bro, but like we have other creators out there, guys. Hector's the homie, but we have other creators out there. All right, let's go raid Parker. I'm just fucking with you. Do not do that. I'll cuss y'all out. All right. Let's see. Who is live? Good grief. Let's go raid Levito. Why the hell would I raid Parker? Be serious. Like, I want y'all to... Oh, Swan is doing a fundraiser. Thank you. Which account is she on? Swan is doing a fundraiser for the Congo. So which account is Swan on? Is she on which account? I'll check it myself. Cha. Swan. There we go. Let me see here. That's Taz. That's not that. Where's Swan at, y'all? Am I not following Swan? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, Swan's on Levito's? Oh, okay. You know, we're not raiding anyone today, all right? Wherever you go, draw some hearts in the chat and say Erica raid. So if you go to Vito's, say Erica raid. If you go to Hector's, Erica raid. If you go to, where else can you go? Wherever you go, just say Erica raid, okay? All right, let me do this here. Let's play that beautiful, beautiful music. And I am going to have to update that, but let's get out of here because I'm getting grumpy because I'm sleepy and I'm hungry. And I'm grumpy. All right, tubers, I will send you over to Hector simply because, like, you guys are over there. And so I'm going to do that real quick. Things change. Doom. It's Erica Vet. When she step in the room, why the whole shit? Power in her voice. All right, Hector, there you go. All right, awesome, fantastic. Hey guys, I want to thank you all so very much for hanging out with me here today. All right, thank you so very much to Political Unicorn for stepping in when I had to parent. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for that. All right, also guys, also. All right, thank you all for just doing the simple good things. All right, thank you for tapping the screen, for sharing the live, for reposting. All right, thank you to anyone who sent a donation. Thank you to anyone who sent a gift. All right, because I don't want to leave out of here on nothing, I'm gonna change the gift goal really quick. All right, I had high hopes for the fairy wings, but a bitch can dream. Okay, so let's see here. We'll try again tomorrow. Let me do something simple. Boom, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, we can knock those out. Sometimes, Lord. Okay, I'm tired. I gotta go. I love you guys. All right. Thank you all so very much for being here. You're fucking awesome. I think we had fun today, which is always a great time. So with that being said, I leave you with this as I always do. All right. If you can't do something kind for yourselves, please do something kind for someone else. All right. I promise you, it'll make you feel better. All right. Tubers, go say hi to Hector. I gotta check the thing to make sure that I didn't miss anything from you guys today, because sometimes that does happen. So let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I did. Wesley, thank you for the $5 super chat. Wesley said they are going to have to fumigate the White House when Trump leaves. The smell alone will make it uninhabitable for months. All right. And Trey Mack, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Trey said Trump is not playing chess. He's being played. This war in Iran has done nothing but cost us money, and we were drilling more oil under Biden. The only ones benefiting are the oil tycoons. Exactly. And Wesley, thank you also for the $5 super chat. I'm so sorry, guys, that I missed all of these. The mansplaining is obnoxious. Dude saw a video on the petrodollar on YouTube and said, now I'm an expert. Dude needs to do more research. That is true. That is very true. Thank you all so very much. Y'all are funny. I like it. I fucking love it. All right. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you, TikToks, for knocking out the winks. Thank you very much. With that being said, guys, remember to just do all of the good things. And again, if you can't do something kind for yourselves, please do something kind for someone else. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. And with that being said, tubers, go say hi to Hector and do all of the good things for him. I appreciate each and every last one of you.